Hello, welcome to Roll for Frog with me, your Marshmaster, and my friends, the Happy Heroes, and our other friend, Pocket Bard. We're keeping it nice and short and sweet because we want to get right back into the meat. So, last we left off, our four friends, accompanied by Erel. Am I saying it right, Erel?
I don't.
Your name.
Well,
Don't tell me I don't know
yeah.
how to pronounce it. You came up with this.
Like R, like the weird RL,
Arl.
RL,
You got it.
RL. Yes.
Sure. So our four
Yeah.
friends, accompanied by Arl, are heading back toward the tavern, the Dragon's Dream, and Jayce and Fletcher's sister are also being summoned to that location. You have just gone to the Trade Ward Bard School, Bards of the Trade Ward, to hire a small band as well. So paying 11 gold for that, for them to be there the rest of the day. Um, Excellent. So you guys come back to the tavern um, right before noon. Um, you see that there are some posters put up, grand opening today, you know, by
Is
whoever
there
put them up.
are there people waiting to get in?
I will say there's a small group of people that are waiting, yes, like
Oh wow.
a group of locals maybe that are just curious to see sort of what's going on. So you see these sort of finely dressed humans and half elves that live nearby that sort of have been watching this reconstruction for the past 4 months or 4 weeks and want to see what's going on.
Nice. Well, let's get in, make a team plan, then do some jobs. I believe.
Yep.
Sure.
How much time do we have? An hour?
A little less maybe.
20 minutes.
All right. I on the road. I made the list of things that we should need in the first order that we need to take care of, so we can just go down the list to open up a bar.
Oh yeah. Before we go in. So I don't know how much you know already, but I have a sister. Apparently.
Yeah, we heard.
Her name is Alice.
Alice.
And we have a friend, Jayce.
So you just explained this.
Okay, but for now we need just do as regular.
Mhm.
We need them to help us.
I'm
It's
sure
normal. It's a normal
this is not
thing.
strange for my friend.
Yep, totally right timeline.
But if you hear anything, any details about them, write them down,
Mhm.
share them with us later. The more we get to know as a group, the less conspicuous we are.
Yep.
All right, open the door.
Sure. So walking into your tavern, you see sitting on a bar stool faced away from you a slender feminine blue dragonborn, and standing behind the bar setting another pot of coffee is Jayce, because there's never enough coffee.
Hi guys.
They both turn around. Hey friends.
Okay, what do we have ready?
Well, I'm in the middle of making another pot of coffee for all of us.
Love that.
I really didn't think that I should pre-make toast and stuff. Well, we have fresh bread, obviously, but not smeared anything on it, because that makes the toast soggy, and that didn't seem like the way to go if we
No,
wanna.
but we can prepare the station with stuff in the bowl so that we have easier access for later and everything separated but in easy access so it's not packaged.
I will do that. When you finish the list. I'll fix that.
Alright.
Yeah, I can help you with chopping, bro.
Well, thanks, sis.
Chopping duty.
Do we have enough ice for the drinks?
Maybe.
Alright, we need to check on that. If not, we need to start organizing this because people might want it.
I wasn't aware we invested enough money to have ice. I didn't know we were that
Yeah.
kind of establishment.
Ice depends.
Do you want to put
Yeah.
ice in tea or something, or what is the thing?
And or soda maybe or something.
Soda?
Yeah. You know, like water with like bubbles. I don't know what they do that.
Nola, don't you have like some magic that could make drinks cold? Because getting blocks of ice is kind of expensive.
I'm gonna flip through my book. I can make them hot. That is the problem.
Mm,
Ooh, well, I'm on chopping duty, but I could make them cold. Like carefully cold or explosive cold, El? Um, Probably the second one. I don't think I could just cool like a little glass or something. I think it's probably.
Wait, how about we organize just a big bowl or even a barrel for you to
that
cool
sounds.
in a safer environment and then bring it back and use it as a cooler?
Hell yeah! I could totally do that. Jay says,
Later,
"You're gonna
when the guest
you're
came.
gonna totally do that in the basement." And Jace opens a trapdoor, and Elle goes, "Smart idea, Jace." And starts
Wait.
walking around.
The basement where we have all the meats and all the food and all the things?
Don't you want that all cool as well?
We do want that all cool as well.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
But please
Woo!
don't ruin the meats.
And you see Eloin starts heading down into the basement.
Oh yeah, we hired a band.
Hey, nice. A good band or like a random busker?
No, we went we went to college.
Oh, nice. You went to the Northward College for excellent bards?
Something like that.
Oh, okay, sure.
It costs a lot of money, but for the opening night we can do this. Yeah, we can do this. We need to make a good first impression, then people
I mean,
come back,
it's
right?
3 people, and then also things at the school need to be paid for. So that's it. Really depends.
Yeah, tips will be shared.
With the band?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Also.
That
And
makes
they
sense.
also shared their tips with us.
Sure.
So it might be a very good deal.
Sure, we'll see how well the
We'll
band rolls
see.
on performance.
Nola is going to take a walk around to make sure that the tables are set up, nothing is dusty and stuff.
Sure, make just a little investigation check. From here on out, sort of as we're going toward the tavern opening event, I'm just gonna sort of ask you to keep track of pluses and minuses on like things you want to do, try and help out. So I would say Nola can mark down a plus. You can mark them down as a pool, so it doesn't have to be like individual. Oh, I have a success, you have a failure. Just like as a group, you have a plus, right? I'm also going to make an Arcana check, I guess, for your sister. So you have 2 pluses.
Oh.
Yeah. As the cold air starts coming out of the basement, and Jayce goes, "I'm gonna close this because that's cold."
So how does it feel in the tavern? Is it a little bit chilly? Is it warm? What is
Well,
it?
now it's cold.
It's
I
getting
think.
a little bit chilly, yeah, because it's coming through the floorboards.
So I go to the fireplace. I'll get some wood and just
Sure.
start a small fire.
Sure. So you want to try and regulate perfect temperature. Make a survival check.
Yes.
The bane of last campaign's existence. Excellent, 3 pluses.
Yes.
What's everyone else doing? This is the preparation phase, right? And if you think that everything's taken care of, then everything's taken care of, right? I mean, the basics are there. This is just extra things you're doing on top of what's already there.
I'm gonna check if everything is like the right vibe. If it's something that's approved of in Blossom's eyes. Great decoration.
What?
Because she did not do like in her head she's like, okay, this happened. But I didn't decorate anything.
Make
so I
an
wanna go
Insight
pass over.
check to vibe check
Yeah.
the tavern.
Vibe check.
Sure, it's a neutral, so it's not an extra plus. So, sure, the vibes are there, it's fine.
Since Fletcher is making the temperature right, Flair will go and just prepare everything in the kitchen since she's on the duty there.
Alright, kitchen duty. What are you rolling for kitchen duty? What are you trying to do?
Well,
Just chopping, seasoning, smashing, smearing, cooking, everything?
yeah, just like a mise en place, just to have every ingredient ready to go.
Sure.
Or-
Are you proficient in cook's utensils?
No.
Or flashback.
Alright. I would normally make you roll wisdom for this, but that seems unfair, so let's go with intelligence. Well, actually, are you you're intelligently prepping everything, right? Is what I heard you saying. Like you're prepping everything.
I mean, more like just prepping everything that like everything from the menu that we probably had, and I just saw it. So it's mostly, I can say, not everything will be prepped since I just saw it.
But it's a short time, right? So you're recklessly preparing.
Yes, I am recklessly preparing.
Sure, burn a rage and roll an intelligence check with advantage. Come on, you got this. There you go, it's another plus. Alright. Yeah, excellent. Great. Errol and Jayce will stand behind the bar and just take care of any drink orders, essentially. So they're taking care of, like, you know, making sure all the orange juice is freshly squeezed, all the wine is perfectly tapered up to under halfway of the glass, you know, the way that bartenders do.
So I assume we have like behind the bar on the wall a big chalkboard with all the things you can order, right? So everybody can see it like a bar fight.
If you want to make one, you can roll, like, calligraphy tools.
Yeah, and maybe somebody can help me with also a sign like Dragon's Dream or something.
I mean,
I'll help.
I would say a sign like that would be wood carving. So if anyone is proficient in wood carving, they could make a sign. If anyone's proficient in calligraphy, they could set up the chalkboard. I will say, by the way, add an extra +1 just from Errol being there. Just as like a smart roleplay choice of getting an ally to help out. Elle already rolled their Arcana check, so that's fine. But then just from Errol being there, get an extra one.
So the calligraphy would be which dexterity?
Yeah, I would say, are you proficient in calligrapher's tools?
No.
Alright, so yeah, I would say if you want to do that, you could do dexterity.
I mean, I don't want to
Is
take
Nola
anything away
proficient
from my
in
party, so.
tools?
Sorry?
Can Nola write?
In which tools?
Calligraphy.
Usually, yes, but not pretty. It's scribbles. I mean, I can read what I write,
We
but
could do one
it's
of
not
those
pretty.
like I forgot what you call it, but it was one of those like signs that's meant to look a certain way but not like the
Optical illusion?
yeah, something like that. That is like a little different from that the text doesn't that it's kind of like scrambled or something. I don't know. I'm trying to make this work because we're all not proficient in calligraphy tools. Nola is, but Nola cannot. Right.
No, I'm
you
not
want-
proficient with it. I
You
don't
want
think
Nola
it's
to
proficient.
make a dyslexic
But you're not proficient.
sign.
Why would you be
I'm
proficient in
second-
something you don't know how to do? Like,
I thought she was proficient.
my character can't swim, but I'm proficient in water vehicles.
I thought she was proficient with it. I didn't. Sorry.
Swimming. I'm gonna double check with D&D on
It
that.
would be weird, in my opinion, if Nola was proficient in calligraphy tools.
Exactly.
So Fletcher, you can make a dexterity check then. Nice, it's another success. Meanwhile, who is taking care of carving a sign that says Dragon's Dream out for the front?
Going.
Jayce?
There's a carpenter outside,
not.
right? There's not far away.
Carpenter's not far away,
But
though,
he's-
but if any of you
Yeah.
want to try and make a check for that, sure. Otherwise, you could pay the carpenter to do it for you.
Yeah, I would rather pay a carpenter who was proficient in all of this than try to Because this is like a sign that's pretty important. We can redo like the chalkboard, but this is like
Yeah, but it might be
staple.
interesting to ask our friends what if they can do this, just to find out a little bit what their skills are. I mean,
Sure, that's sure.
I
That's
mean, maybe
smart.
Jayce. I'm just asking her. So, Jayce, do you want to make the sign for outside, carve it, or should we just ask the carpenter really quick?
What? What do you mean? Like you want me to carve a wooden sign?
Yeah, just something simple for now, so people know the name of the bar.
Sure.
Do you want to do this or not?
I don't. Sure. She pulls out like a plank from somewhere and then pulls out a dagger from a hidden sheath on her leg. Like this?
Sure.
I'm gonna blunt my dagger, Fletch.
Yeah.
Do you
okay.
have
I'll
wood
just-
carving supplies?
I don't
Should I
have
just
them.
go to the carpenter?
Yeah, we go to the carpenter.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fine. It's fine.
She
Just
puts
go
the
on with
dagger
the game.
away somewhere else in the hidden sheath.
Perfect. Okay. Blossom, you fix that, please.
Yeah, so I will make like a small sketch of it being like one of those like the French street signs where it's like round the top and then more square, but like in the round is like a dragon's head and then the dragon's dream under in like very nice lettering.
Mm-hmm.
We have 15 minutes.
Doesn't matter.
So you head to the other side of the street where there is a carpenter. Yes. So you meet up with this old man. What is his name? Tally, I believe, is his name. Yes. He's the owner and the chief artisan of the Bent Nail. So you hear him loudly talking to himself from out in the street.
Is it Wednesday?
I don't know.
If it's Wednesday,
yes,
he's selling meatballs, which we can sell. I wrote
That's
this down
selling his meatballs?
specifically.
I didn't write this down. Thank you for writing this down. You walk in.
Excuse me? Yeah.
Excuse you,
Hello?
indeed. What's going on?
I would like a sign made.
Who
in
are
my
you?
name. I'm Blossom. Hello. I'm a co-owner of the tavern.
Oh yes, I have seen you before. Great. What do you need? Is everything up to snuff? I did.
Yes, yes.
Any complaints? I'm
No?
pretty sure I checked all the floorboards. Did someone get hurt?
No, I was wondering if you could make us a tavern sign.
Oh,
Carve-
a
carve
sign.
it.
Yes,
Yes.
I could make you a sign.
I will hand in the
Ooh, a sketch. Very nice. He's holding it upside down. A very nice thing, although I would put the writing the other way around. It makes
yeah,
it
maybe
more...
turn it around.
Oh, it was intended like this, I see.
Yes.
Ah, yes, I could find some time in my schedule to make this sometime near the end of the week, for sure, yes.
Could this be done today, perhaps?
Oh,
Maybe?
expedite delivery, you say?
Yes, sir.
My specialty. Now, you youngsters have already provided me with a new life's mission to fix up your tavern. Something excellent, something exquisite. So I would say for the low price of some wood, I would do this for you. Now, you obviously want some quality wood and a nice polish on top of it to make sure it stays nice even in the worst of Waterdeep weather. So for about 10 gold pieces, I could do this for you.
That's perfect. And I'll
Excellent.
hand them.
Thank you! Alright, I will have it done in a little bit. And he pulls out a nice slab of wood, pulls out some like wood carver stools, straightens his back, and you see like muscles start popping, and he goes, let's get to work. And then just whips it up in
Bless you, sir.
15 minutes. So 15 minutes later, you return to the tavern with a beautiful sign. You can add an extra success for that. Yeah.
Blossom, how's the meat go? Oh, wait, sorry. Flair, how's the meat going?
Meaty, I guess? What do you mean by that?
The preparations are almost done.
And Fletcher just looks at everything. I mean, I will work on it since it's in chaos, but I think it's prepped.
Do we need to kill a pig to roast it?
Where will you find a pig now?
No! We are not killing a pig. Richard, we are not killing.
No, buy a dead pig, roast it, like, do it somewhere near the fireplace so it looks like impressive. I don't know. I'm thinking up shit.
That's the type of thing you would want, but I feel you're in the northward, and that seems a little, not northward, but
So future plans, you mean?
yes, like a different area of Waterdeep, you know?
Okay. Do we feel good? Do we have everything? Do we feel prepared? Do we know what we are going to do? What each task is?
I can, serve the tables, I guess? Yeah.
Are you a waiter hosting?
I
Hostessing?
suppose.
I mean, you have the best charisma of us all.
Yeah. I also once turned away the person at the fancy thing, so I'll think I'll be okay. I acted as if I was manager. I was not.
Well, if someone can get those tips, it might be you.
Yes.
Alright. So, I think it's time to open the tavern, my friends. You see that there's a small crowd, maybe like 10, 15 people that are probably locals, right? That saw sort of the local poster of like opening on this specific date, because you obviously didn't have the funds to put posters and flyers up all over Waterdeep, especially since your tavern didn't have a name. So you had no real way of properly advertising to the whole city anyway. So it was just sort of like, tavern, you know, name coming soon, opening on this day, come check it out, and you sort of put it up around Troll Skull Alley and sort of the around facing houses, and those people are the people that are here. You would also see, as people start walking in and sort of finding their seats, and Jayce immediately also springs into action and sort of like make sure everyone gets their order in first, because she could stand behind the bar, but if people aren't ordering anything, then she has nothing to do. So sort of springing in, jumping in, and helping out with that, and getting everything started. I want each of you to roll a d20 for sort of running the lunchtime rush, essentially. Flair, a customer is causing a commotion, making their way into the kitchen. I demand to speak to the manager. Something was in my and is clearly berating you. This woman with short hair. Her name is probably Karen. I demand to speak to the manager. I can't deal with this. Who is the manager? And looks at you, because you're the only person in the kitchen, right? So this is your problem to deal with, essentially.
Ma'am, this is prohibited for customers. Can you please leave from the bar? Everyone here is basically a manager.
This makes no sense. Make a persuasion check. I think this is persuasion. Nice! Mark another success as you almost intimidate this woman into leaving. Very nice. 18. Ooh, so Blossom, you take a step backward just to get like a little bit of an overview of everything that's going on, and you hear like a glass of ale that was on the bar behind you. Your elbow just hit it and it falls over, and you turn around and you see the documents with all the guilds, like the important document that you need to prove that you have stuff off the snuff was right next to that. So how do you want to what do you want to do as it's slowly seeping into the paperwork?
First of all, I pick up bottle.
Sure.
Fuck.
It's time sensitive because Nola sees this. She's having heart attack.
Nola doesn't see this.
I'm gonna find. Because
You're not gonna try and solve this yourself?
I don't know how to solve this myself.
Do you want me to give you suggestions?
I can blow on the paper. That's about it. Nothing.
Sure. I mean, I would say I'll give you some suggestions. You could do any intelligence-based skill, probably investigation, which I know you're not very good at, to like figure out which documents are salvageable, or you could make like a quick dexterity check to try and save as many documents as you can quickly. Or you could go try and find someone, but that'll up the DC because that takes time for all the drink to get wet and sink into it. So it's like you could do it, or you could try and find someone, but the DC is going to be higher.
I'll try to carefully like flip through it and see which ones I can take off and which one I can go hand to Alice, because she seems like a mage with the whole thing, so maybe she knows how to get water out of the paper.
Sure, so are you trying to investigate, because I know you don't want to, or are you trying to just quickly grab whatever's still salvageable?
No, I already said that I'm like looking through.
So you can make an investigation check. Alright, remove 2 pluses. And then I'm going to make a check for Elle. Yeah, you can go find Elle. She's in the basement, still frosting everything up. It's really cold down here. You can see, even though she's like a blue dragonborn, she's cold. She's like, can I stop? Because I'm getting kind of cold.
Yes. Okay. I will not take the papers downstairs when I realize that there's still ice, because that will freeze the paper.
Sure. And Elle will climb out and make her way up. What's up?
So, bottle spilled on the guild papers. Can you get the water out? I don't know how to...
No.
Fix it.
Have you asked Nola?
No.
No, I don't know how to cast Prestidigitation, but I'm pretty sure Nola does. I don't know, she's a wizard. She's smart like that.
Good try.
And we can get new papers. I'm sure it's fine. Alright. So, well, I think that's the end of that scene, because Elle does not have spells to do this.
Right.
Alright.
You know some more now.
You're still at +6. You're still at making a profit, not a loss. Nola has 9. Let's see. Nola, you smell something foul coming from between the floorboards.
Do I pick a specific point where it smells, or is it just a general smell?
Yeah, like sort of in like one of the corners-ish, you sort of pick up like a nasty smell.
Alright, I would like to search for the source of the smell.
Sure, you can make an investigation check. Nice. That's a plus. Yeah, you find that there's like a crow or some type of bird that probably had a nest down here, but then couldn't get out when the carpenter fixed everything up, and the carpenter didn't realize. And then this bird just died down here and is now sort of stinking it up.
Can I take it out, or is it too deep in?
Oh no, you can take it out. With that investigation check, you sort of find it, get like a shovel, you can take it out easily, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some napkin or something so I don't touch it directly with my hands, but I am
Obviously,
going
yeah,
to
yeah,
take it
of
out
course.
through the back,
Yes.
out of the tavern.
Check. You do so successfully. Um. This is beautiful. Fletcher, your sister comes up to you and she says, "Fletch,
Yeah?
we don't know where the key to the wine cellar is. I don't know what happened. I went
Where
to help
did-
Blossom with something and then I don't know where I put it.
Oh, you...
I'm so
Well.
sorry."
Well, grabs Thief's tools, roll it 3 times through my fingers. I'm getting on it.
Sure.
Going to the door. But, this is Fletcher. This is a profitable place. I mean, this wouldn't be a cheap lock. Crap.
I mean, Thief's Tools would mean just picking it, right? That doesn't necessarily mean breaking it.
No, I mean, it would be difficulter to pick in my head. So I'll try. I'll try to open
Yeah.
it.
Nice. It's a success. You pick it for now and you can find the key later. I'm gonna roll
Right.
performance for the bards. That's my thing that I'm gonna do each time after a round, you know? Like, okay, great, 2 failures. The bards
Oh,
are
no.
horrible. People seem to be leaving because of the bards.
Hmm.
Can I approach them and offer them a break and glasses of water so maybe they will take some break and maybe think of a new way to play?
I will
Sure,
try.
they take a break as you offer them a break.
I'm going to instruct Nola just to stand in their line of eye, in their line of sight, with a notepad. Just do that so they can see it. It's a school assignment. You're rating
Oh,
them.
oh. In that case, before they go off their break, I'm gonna give them a pep talk. So like, hey guys, we both are going to profit from this because the better we do, the better our tavern does, the better thieves we have, and the better grade you're having on your assignment, right? So, I think we should just focus more on the game and maybe try to catch more rhythm together and just feel the vibe of the room. That's the important part of the bard. You need to know what's good when. Like that loud song before was not really fitting the lunch theme, so let's try to work around that, right? And then I'm gonna walk away and pretend that I'm scribing something in my notes as Fletcher instructed me.
Do the shake, do the head shake.
Make an intimidation check.
I was trying
I'm
to
prepared
be
for what?
nice.
I will give you my BB. I will give you my BB. Make it with advantage.
Oh no.
So on a 9, that is a failure. So I do want you to subtract 1 more from the total. As you walk away, you see another figure comes into the tavern. Your dad, Nola, comes in, sort of looks around. He's dressed in quite fancy robes, like fancy clothes. And he sort of looks around, makes eye contact with you, but doesn't want to disturb you because he's like, oh, you're at work, so you see him just sort of make eye contact, but in a way of like, I'm here, whenever you have time, and then go sit over at like a 2-person table but by himself.
To make sure that everything that I wanted done is done and I can join him.
Sure.
Before I do so, okay. Hi.
Hi. Why are you so surprised?
I don't know, I guess we just haven't talked yesterday and I didn't bring that up again, so I was afraid you would forget.
I mean, I was worried where you were yesterday, but I promised I'd make some free time in my agenda, so I have about 30 minutes. Sure, you can get me lunch in 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'll go talk to Fleur to get that sooner. What do you want?
Oh, do you have a menu for me?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She'll probably carry something around her in belt so that she can carry this for customers when they ask.
Sure.
So she gives me one.
He gets like quite a fancy omelet, right? With like the works, the cheese, the bacon, the mushrooms, like
Oh, that's a great choice. Do you still want your eggs a little bit on the runny side?
Oh, yes, of course.
Great. I'll talk to Flare. And I enter the kitchen. My dad came in alone. I don't think that's how he's supposed to be. He's way too calm and way too fancy, but he wants an omelet. And I give the order. I have no
Your
fucking
father's
idea
too
what is going
fancy.
on.
Wait. What do you mean too fancy? Your father was a walking man failure when I remember him.
Exactly. He's calm, collected, and has only 30 minutes here. And he orders the fanciest omelette instead of eating a sandwich on the run. I don't know what's going on. And he's
Okay.
from Seaward, and I'm from Seaward.
Nola, listen. When the rush hour is over, you are going home because what the fuck? Why your father is fancy?
I'm
That's
afraid
the
to ask
weirdest.
about mom. I don't know if I have a mom. Is my mom my mom? Is this a random woman? Who is this man?
Honestly, looking at your father is not really on the let's say not the most exquisite side. I don't think that's your mom anymore. I think she went for the man failure he is.
Wait, you mean my mom does not exist here? Fuck, how do I ask about my mom? She starts eating random ingredients from the bowl because
Yeah,
she's fat.
and meanwhile the stuck fairy is just preparing the omelet and like I don't know, like yeah, you have to visit home and honestly, I just know I have a dad and that didn't change, so I am happy that didn't change.
Glad for you too. Oh, that's chilly.
Yeah, it was
Make a
strong somewhere.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, you know, the chili was strong
That's a
somewhere in
success.
the
You can mark it as a plus.
you know, the chili went somewhere in the lettuce. That's why I don't pick lettuce really much now. So, you know, it's just there, don't touch the lettuce.
Yep, got it. I'm gonna just nervously separate one from the other. Because I'm nervous and I have nothing else to do right now. It should be good now. Maybe slightly spicy. Alright, is it over yet? Can I take that to him?
And Claire will just give the omelet to Nola and be like,
I'm
maybe
not sure
don't
if I'm
ask
mentally ready to find out if my
no.
mom is dead, divorced, or never existed in the first place. Maybe I'm a miracle. I'm
Maybe
gonna
you
walk.
have a dad. Who knows? You have two dads. Maybe.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Maybe.
you know, good luck. Maybe try ask how's work and know where he works.
Do I see him sitting at the bar?
You mean Nola's father?
Yeah.
So he's not sitting at the bar. He's sitting at like a two-person table. Like, yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
just
you
woke
see him.
up. I just woke up. Ah, Mr. Estrada. How are you doing? How's the wife?
Oh, Fletcher. Well, the last letter I received, she did just arrive in Baldur's Gate for business, so she should be back in like 2 months, hopefully. I mean, I miss her terribly, but you know how business is. She's always traveling around, going other cities, setting up new, contact people and everything. How are things here? I see that it's going quite well.
It's going amazing here. How's the business doing?
Well, you know how the business is. Business is booming, Fletcher. But I am very happy for Nola sort of doing her own thing, not wanting to spend her old man's money and instead wanting to make her own thing happen. It's very admirable.
Yeah, perfect. Did you put in your order already?
I did, yes.
So can we get you a complimentary drink? Some
Ooh,
wine, perhaps?
complimentary.
Good.
No, I'll pay for it, Fletcher. Thank you. But yes, I would have some wine. Thank you.
Great, coming right up, sir. As I walk away, just in my head, all the gears are spinning like, God damn it.
So, did I hear the part about my mom?
No. You are in the
Cool.
kitchen venting to Claire. But you run
So I
into
sit back down.
Fletcher. Fletcher's behind the bar. You have to walk behind the bar to get out of the kitchen.
Oh, Nola,
Nervously.
your dad is here.
I know. Do you think my mom exists?
Yeah, your mom is in Baldur's Gate, I heard. She's on business.
Oh, thank us. Oh,
It's good.
I still have a mom.
By the way, apparently you're rich now?
Huh?
You guys have old money or something?
That's refreshing.
That's strange, but I don't mind. I promised him a good wine, so I'll go to the cellar and
Sure. Yep.
just talk
You
about the
do.
business. He was talking about you not being in his business, not spending his money, but doing your own thing, and he's proud of you.
I'm gonna go get his omelet because before
Sure.
it runs cold.
Sure, you see he is wearing, like, as you walk back out, he's wearing like little spectacles and he's going over some like recent records of sales probably. But you
I
see
would
as
like
you
to take
walk
a
up to him,
peek.
you see like the frown on his forehead is getting more and more intense and his eyes are getting more and more narrow as you're just staring at them.
Can I take a peek because I want to see what items are in there on the list? It's like what kind of sales is he running?
Sure, make a little sneaky perception check.
Oh no.
So for the audience at home, what was he selling before? What kind of store was it?
It was general goods store, so sometimes there was like some. It wasn't fresh food like dry foods from overseas because they were importing a lot, but also exporting Waterdeep outside. That's what her mom was doing. So like I know if you need a pencil, you would go there. It's like all and nothing, some random stuff, everyday stuff, nothing fancy, so that regular people, neighbors would shop there.
Right. So on a nat one, mark 2 failures. And you don't manage to sort of catch a sneak at this. So you're not
Yep.
sure. You can set down his food and he sort of puts away the paperwork and he says, "Ah, delightful. Smells excellent." So,
So how's work? I just
oh,
look over some records. So is everything alright?
oh, yes, they asked me to check some paperwork, but I'm sure it's fine. I don't really know
Do you
how.
need help with that?
Well, yeah, I could hire an accountant to do it for me. Yeah, I could get someone to help me with it.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I took algebra in my classes and could maybe help you out here.
Oh, I know, sweetheart, but you don't have to work. You have this. You have your friend thing. You do this, right?
Oh, alright. I mean, if you need help, just let me know, alright? I always find
Oh,
time to help
no
you.
worries, kiddo. No worries. If I need help, I just hire someone.
Alright, I'm gonna get back to work. If you need anything, just flag me down.
Sure.
And Fletcher was fetching you a good wine, so
Yes.
he
And
should be
remind him
back
that
soon.
wine goes all the way up to the rim of the glass.
Um, I'm not sure if
I'm making
that's
a
how
joke.
Bark.
Depends on how much you tip.
Right. Alright. A little bit stressed. I'm just gonna get going.
Alright, so remember to breathe. Great.
Yes.
And then within half an hour, your dad scarfs down his omelet and it says bye quickly. And then says, "But I simply have to go. We should catch up later, like, you know what." And then he just dips. Unless you want to talk to him about anything else.
She's too much confused to do that right now.
Sure. Alright. Is anyone else doing anything specific? As it's now sort of that in-between time between the lunch hour and the dinner rush. Sort of the
I'm gonna
it's like
approach. Yes.
3-4 p.m.
So
Making like a good deep clean.
this might be the
I
time where
act-
some people come off their work, right?
Yeah, so like I said, the dinner rush is about to start. So this is before the dinner rush starts. You have like a moment amongst yourselves.
I would like to approach Jayce.
Sure.
If I were to ask you to describe my parents' business in 2 sentences, what would you say?
I mean, usually if I need anything, I'd go to one of your parents' stores. Like, not anything artisanal, but if I need, like, a hole puncher for my paper, or if I need, like, a pot for flowers, or if I need, like, if it's someone's birthday and I need, like, a crappy gift. Right? Nothing like fancy leather or clothes or anything, but like... Have you ever heard of a shop called The Action?
Oh, the one in Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
Sure.
We have partnership with them sometimes.
Hmm.
But generally, the brand rings a good bell when you think about it.
Yeah, it's like the quality is sometimes questionable, but if you need something quickly, they'll sell it, right? And it's like seasonal product, so like in summer they'll sell camping equipment, and then in winter they'll sell holiday stuff, but they sell it like 4 months before the actual holiday starts.
Yeah, we get this so early. There are things.
Why are you writing a review for your parents' store?
No, I was talking to my dad before, and he was kind of curious about that. I
Oh.
think he's trying to work on some survey system.
I see. Well, have you considered writing a review for the bards, because they're awful?
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Are they? Make an intimidation check.
That's what it.
Nice, 2 successes.
But
No,
that's a
one
good
success.
roll.
Excuse me, that's a 17. That's 1 success.
Inside as well.
Oh, that's inside, not intimidation.
Yeah, no, the bonus is different. So it is going to be
It's a 12 on the dice, and then what do we add?
and then +2 from the intimidation.
All right,
it's
so
a
then it would be
14.
a neutral roll, so that it's still at +4.
Mm.
But it's not negative, which would have mean they straight up would have gotten up and left, and then you would have no bards. Which is the thing you're doing there. All right. I think another round of d20s, please, for the dinner rush. All right. So,
Before the dinner rush, I will try to find a way to talk to Flare, Blossom, and
Sure.
Fletcher about what the fuck is going on with my family, and that apparently we have a chain on the shops that we are rich, and I do not have to work 3 jobs to keep the money running. And I'm very confused. So just an update of what's happening in this version.
Sure. All right. Fletcher, during the dinner rush, you start hearing like a little bit of commotion, and you go and check it out, and like a large stray dog got into the tavern. And this is like a stray dog, so it's kind of wild, and it's confused itself about how it got in here, and it doesn't know how to get out, so it's like barking at people. People are scared of this dog. What do you want to do?
I'll I'll quickly ask somebody behind the bar, get me a slice of meat from the kitchen. Quick.
Ah! Oh, okay! Elle runs into the kitchen, grabs like a slice of meat, and then sort of just mage hands it back toward you.
Okay, I take it. Hey boy. And I'll lurk it outside with a piece of meat. Just throw it out and guide the dog out.
Nice. Make an animal handling check.
Oh crap.
It's wisdom based, so it should be good.
It's -1. You get the
Oh,
dog
no.
out, but multiple people have already left at this point, as they're like, "Ugh, dirty tavern, like a wild dog got in there, you know, like." All right. 6. Scroll. This slender dragonborn girl comes up to you, Flare, and goes, "So I told Fletcher that the key to the cellar is gone, and he did unlock it, but we still don't know where the actual key is."
Okay. Do we remember where? Somewhere around places or something?
You I don't know. Can you roll a d20 and I'll add Elle's history to it? But I want you to roll it because it's your thing, right? It's your roll. Nice.
Yay.
Successfully, because that's not Eloin's dump stat. Successfully, Elle remembers where she put the key and goes to grab it. So that problem is taken care of. So then we have a 1. Jayce is in the middle of tapping beers, and then the tap system breaks. So you can see that she's like pulling on the thing, but it's not.
Hmm.
Nothing is coming out, and this seems like a you problem, Blossom.
Do I know where it's connected to?
Yeah, you could go into the basement and find like the vat. This would likely be like Tinkerer's tools or survival, maybe, to like get the pipe system back, because it seems like one of the pipes just sort of cracked off,
Mhm.
and now, you know, there's nothing leaking out, but nothing is connected to the top anymore.
Well, I don't have Tinker's tool, so
Or if you could like say why it would be a
No.
different skill. You got a 7 on the dice, but
Um,
if you can convince me why it would be a different skill, we could add.
I was
different
thinking
bonus.
maybe like strength, because I can like pushing back the into
Sure,
the thing.
persuade me to change it to strength. No. It's 1 failure. And not 2 failures, don't worry. It could have worked. Hey, let's say it could have worked. Alright. After a little bit too long, you connected back up, and you can see some
Mhm.
patrons have sort of, that were at the bar waiting for a drink, have sort of grumbly sat back down at their chairs, and sort of the mood is starting to get lowered in the tavern. And then, Nola, so many people are ordering a specific dish on the menu that you're about to run out of this dish. In the middle of the dinner rush. Like, you expected it to sort of be like a spread, but there's this specific, you know, whatever, Waterdeep steak that everyone is ordering, and you're like, we're gonna run out of steak before the night is over. What do you want to do?
I'm going to check in the kitchen what the least selling item is and create a sale that if they buy a drink and this dish together, they will get a certain % off.
I love that. What skill are we doing for this?
I would say it's plain intelligence, to be fair.
Sure, I want you to roll it with advantage, because I love this idea.
Right.
Hell yeah, it's a success. Yeah, that actually works, and people start ordering the least ordered dish with some type of salad, and you start because there's chili in it or whatever. So people start ordering the chili salad. Let's do another round for the bards, y'all. They're
Bards.
still shit.
Oh.
It's
They
enough-
really
I'm actually
pay attention.
right now.
It's cool.
I actually am writing a review. I'm not just nodding at them. I am actually writing the review because this
Sure.
is outraging.
I will
somebody
say
back.
this, right? So this is the middle of the rush. We're gonna do another round of these checks sort of toward the end of the evening, and then that's gonna be the end of you running the tavern. So there's another chance to sort of go up, but there's also a chance to go further down. Do you want to
Mhm.
do anything about these bards before the
Uh,
night is over? Or do you want to keep them
Go
for
up.
another round?
I would like to go up to them
Sure.
and just.
They're trying
Just-
their best. You can see they're
Yes,
not,
I can see,
they're
yeah.
just, something is not working.
Okay. So I feel like we both understand that something could change here in the fact that it's not going. I feel like it's not going well, and I see that
The halfling on the flute
Oh,
starts crying.
kind of.
The
I'm sorry.
violinist sort of just faces away from you. The
You guys
percussionist.
okay?
The percussionist is like this tall sort of Goliath guy with a big
Hmm.
drum. Sort of comes over to you and he kneels down and says, "I know something's wrong, but I don't know what's going on. Normally we're way better informed,
Oh.
but something is just wrong tonight. I don't know."
Is your friend maybe? They seem to be
Oh
crying.
no,
and-
she's just crying because it's not working out, and we were
Oh,
getting paid
sorry.
for this by the university, so. You know, we were really
Hmm.
leaning on this tip money to sort of pay our.
Yeah, that
The
makes sense.
instruments are not cheap, you see, so.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Is
like
it
our first
maybe-
gig and we're fucking it up.
Well, you're still in school. You have time. Let's go. It will be okay.
Alright, do you want us to try
Um,
again? Because we can,
no,
we can
I-
really try, boss.
Um,
I promise.
I want you to first figure out what's going on that's making this go wrong.
Right.
Really, like, talk with each other. Make sure that you're on the same page about
Right.
this whole. I get that this might be very stressful. Saying it's the first gig and all, but I need you to be on the same page before, and then come up to me to figure this. Then we can do is figure this out together, whether you're going to be staying or going, because we are having people leaving because
Right, yeah, no, we noticed. That's why she's crying.
I'm so
Alright,
tired.
make a persuasion check. To see how well you help them, right, through this process.
Not well. Rolling
What's happening?
terrible.
What's happening, you guys? It's another -1. Uh, they don't figure it out, and they actually decide to leave themselves. Because they're like, we're not gonna be able to figure this out tonight, and they end up leaving, so you don't have a bard right now.
Oh, I would help him a little bit. Crap. Oh, good. Well, we are
I have
nearing
a
the end.
vial.
We are going to the end of the evening, right?
This
Can
is
I
like the
take-
middle of the dinner rush. This is 7
Can
p.m.
I, with them leaving, can I, try and barter for the fact that they have a vial, I'm proficient in vial. Could I try and see it with myself?
So you want to stop only the violinist of their
Yes.
band? Sure. So you stop her. You see a curly blonde hair, wearing like a little pink outfit with a beautiful viola.
Hey, listen, can I just for tonight? I will bring this back as soon as we're done borrow your violin. I will be very careful with it. I'm very.
Oh, I prefer not to leave it here if we're all leaving. I mean, we're already not sharing in the tip money, so.
You can stay for some food. I don't mind. But...
Can I share in the tip money?
You can have my tip money. That's fine.
All right, sure, yeah, I'll take your tip money, and I can stay, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. You see, she just goes over to like one of the sofas that's for like a single person eating as well that you have, sort of like what I imagine like a little bit of a Friends Central Perk setup with just like some sofas for no reason. And so she just sits in one of the sofas and gives you the viola. Yeah. All right, you can make a proficiency charisma check because you're proficient in viola, so it's not performance, which you're not necessarily proficient in, but you are proficient in viola. So I want you to make a viola check. Nice, you got a +1. Blossom starts to fix whatever the bards have been doing over the past night. Great. Flair, you're in the kitchen. There's a little knock on the door of the kitchen.
Hello?
You open the door?
Yep.
Sure. You see standing there, a little bit smaller, scrawnier than you remember, is your dad. He's wearing sort of like a street officer uniform, like a Waterdeep City Watch uniform, half yellow, half green. There's 2 others there with him. And like I said, he looks a little bit scrawnier, a little bit like he's wearing little glasses as well. And he's like, there you are. I don't really have. I couldn't get off work tonight, but do you have? But I wanted to stop by and just say that it looks like it's going great, honey. And you weren't at the house earlier tonight, and I was a little bit worried. But it looks like you're okay at least, so that's great. How are things going?
Well, I say it's just prepare everything with the Fletch. So do you want something to drink with your buds?
Yeah, sure. If you have anything, yeah, not too long though, right, buds? No, not too long. Yeah. We didn't make it like a reservation, but can we sit in the tavern?
Yeah, no worries, really.
Great. Hey, did you get a chance to think about that offer that I made, for you and your friends to come help out at station sometime? It would really make your he leans in. Listen, it would make your pops look good. I could maybe get like a promotion or something if you guys do really well, right? It'd really help your pops out here.
Yeah, can you remind me what exactly my head, I forget.
Well, there's always these like little sort of tasks that they have for like for young and promising people, and we can like recommend young and promising people for these little tasks, and so I did recommend you already, but you every time that I feel like I sort of tell you when it is, but then I forget to tell you when it is. So like whenever you have time, just come to the station and they'll have something ready for you and your friends,
Sure.
Like I said, it helps you pops out. You know, if you do well, then it looks well. It reflects well on your old man.
Yeah, I know. I'll get them to know it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, we'll get some. And then he goes back to his friends. See, my daughter running her own establishment. Such a great gal. Of course we have seats inside. Come. And he sort of starts leading these two others who sort of roll their eyes and then follow around and into the tavern.
Oh, buddy, I'm gonna have a breakdown mentally here. Like, what the fuck happened to my father?
Oh my god, your dad is a little bit different.
What happened to him? He's not a cat. He fucked up at work. Why Nola's father isn't a med failure anymore and mine apparently is?
I think they switched places at some
Listen,
point.
you can get him you can get him his promotion back. All you have to do is help him out at his job.
Oh, I'm gonna now. I'm not gonna make him suffer like that.
Alright. And yeah, everyone else also sees Flair's dad, a little bit scrawnier and in just like a street officer's uniform with two other street officers come in and also sit at a table. Is there anything else you want to take care of in the middle of the dinner rush? This is 7 p.m. Everyone's coming in. It's like word of mouth at this point in the stadium, right? At this point in the list, we're at +3, so we're in a positive. So word of mouth is doing you guys favors, and lots of people are coming in, to the point where it might almost look like there's not going to be enough seats to seat everyone. So that might be something you're going to run into depending on how well you keep doing. Because like each time it goes up, imagine there's more people coming into the tavern as well.
I mean, did we have like, I don't know how the house was built like, but I thought we had like this little porch in front with maybe 2 or 3 standing tables. Like, is it possible to get 1 or 2 inside for just people that want drinks?
We could get barrels and cover them with a cloth to
Yeah,
make them
like a
look
barrel
nice.
with just a little clothie, and then people can stand on it, like more the bar vibe.
Yep.
Sure. Roll just a d20 with a lower DC to sort of figure this one out.
Oh, come on.
It's okay, because the DC for the normal checks is like neutral would be 10 to 15, and in this case neutral would be 5 to 10. So you get some extra standing places. That's why I said I lowered the DC. But it isn't necessarily anything that's super beneficial to word of mouth and to the income for that evening. It's more like people that were sitting before are standing now. So they're sort of, neutral about it.
Right, and there's something I want to do after the dinner rush, but I'll wait with it till
Sure,
it's
so
done.
the after dinner rush would sort of be like closing time, right? So if is there anything you want to, we're doing 3 stages. So there was the lunch,
Okay.
then the early
thought
dinner
that-
rush, and then the late dinner rush, and that's what we're doing right now.
I thought after the dinner rush, there's some small drinking contest for the people inside. That
Sure,
want
I
to-
would do that now. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
this moment.
Well, I would get one of the tables like, welcome all for the event of the evening. We have a small challenge for the ones that find themselves skilled enough. Are there any challenges here for a small drinking contest?
You hear a dwarven man go, "What are the confines of your drinking contest?"
Let's call it a constitution test.
So will you be supplying the drinks?
Of course.
Do we pay anything to participate? You really need to set your boundaries more.
1 silver in the pot, 5 for the winner.
So we all pay a silver piece and then the winner gets 5 silver.
The winner gets 5.
5 what?
Silver. I said it. We provide the drinks.
Sure, I'll have endless drinks for the rest of the night for a silver piece. And you see a whole dwarven family signs up.
Perfect.
You're probably gonna lose money on this one.
This crab is spiked till the max.
That's more expensive.
We have moonshine
Nola
or
is
whatever.
going to. Nola is going to lean closer to Fletcher to whisper into his ear. Let's not make it the amount. Let's make them drink it the fastest.
Ah,
Say that you will explain the rules now. Give them each
get
like
in.
2
Do
or
it. Do
3
it. Help.
drinks.
Just help. You're a part of this. Come on. You're the brains.
They're already
Alright,
signing up.
guys. So, just to avoid any confusion further on, I'm going to explain all of the rules of the drinking contest and the base that will be picking the winner. Each of you will get 3 different drinks of various kinds so that everybody has something to their taste and something that may not like. And the winner will be the person who drinks them the quickest. Then we will wait.
Passing out.
What?
Without passing out.
And then we'll wait 10 minutes just to make sure that the effects are not kicking in, and the one who drinks the fastest and is still able to run around the tavern will win.
So now running is involved. No, give me back my silver, please. And now no one wants to sign up. Because they have to run around the tavern at night while drunk.
Alright, we can skip the running contest, but if you pass out, you're out.
And I will also still
Puking
add...
is also disqualification.
listen, I'm not trying to be like a meanie here, right? But you're in the North Ward. It's one of the more expensive wards of the town. 3 drinks have the value of a silver piece. It's not... They're not really gaining anything by participating in this.
So 3 drinks for a silver piece, and the winner gets 5. So there is something to gain. Either you play quits or you get 5.
Sure.
Just 5. Make it 5.
I mean, it's kind of mouth to mouth. That
Sure.
was the idea.
Fletcher can make a persuasion check with advantage to see how many people want to sign up for this. I'm gonna quickly close my balcony door because I don't want mosquitoes all over my house. Because it's getting dark. Let me know what you rolled.
16.
Nice, it's a success. So people do end up signing up, and like it turns into quite a successful competition that you start having throughout, I would say, multiple moments of the dinner rush, where there's like, oh, it's 7 o'clock, let's do the drinking game, and then people sign up, and it's like, oh, actually, it's really fun, it's really interesting, and then it turns 8 o'clock, and it's like, hey, you know what we should do? And then everyone goes, drinking game, and then you do the drinking game again, and like it starts picking up as like a thing that's happening at your tavern. I'm gonna also close my bedroom window, hang on.
Yeah, I mean, we pay a little bit, and that will be the marketing for the... That's good.
Well, no,
do you
that
wanna
is
name
good because they will stay longer.
Do you want to name
To-
this drinking game anything, right? Because now they just shout drinking game, and maybe it should have like a cool name.
Dragon Rush.
Exactly, something like this, right? Alright, so at 9 p.m., Blossom's still playing the viola. Fletcher gets up on the stage. What do you want to announce to everyone at 9 p.m.?
Who is ready for the last round of Dragon?
Well, they don't know the name, because they've been calling it drinking game.
Oh, who's ready for the last round of Dragon Rush? Last call and last drinking contest. Dragon Rush ready.
They look at each other. Do you mean the drinking game?
Yes.
Drinking game! They start chanting drinking game. Do you want to do anything? Because I think it's a cool name, but you're not introducing it to them under this name.
So, for the moment, because drinking game is too... there might be more different drinking games in the future.
Sure.
So I'll give you the official name. The drinking game will be known as Dragon Rush. Who will be the fastest? Who will do this? Who will go to conquer the dragon?
Conquer the dragon! Dragon rush! Dragon rush! They all start chanting it. Sure, make another persuasion check with advantage. Nice, it's another success. This is a good game, and people start really getting into it, and you start seeing ways to profit off it better than you're currently doing.
Do we get pluses for this?
Yeah, it's a +1. There's pluses for each of them. Yes. Alright. Anything else anyone wants to do? Flair, your dad is now in the restaurant, but they are getting like a quick bite because they're on call, so they have to like quickly get back out on the street. But do you want to do anything while they're still there?
I want to talk to my dad, like, how's the work like lately? Because, we haven't really talked.
Oh, well, you know how it is. Sort of, busy out in the streets, doing, the hard work, the important work, apprehending criminals. Although we're mostly stationed, around where we live, which is a very safe neighborhood, so we don't really have much to do. It means your Pops doesn't really have his chance to prove himself off, and that's why it's important for Pops that you come to the station and do, like, a little job for Pops, yeah?
Yeah, I get it. So have you heard anything about the promotion lately?
Oh well, there might be a position, but I don't think your old man is gonna be the one that they want for something like that.
Oh, come on, those captains are, muscly, big men. Maybe you just have to gain some more muscles.
Well, we both know you're the muscle in our household. Your old man is it it's. I don't think I could get. I could. I don't think I could do anything like that, like you're doing.
Oh, come on, we can start always training together.
Really, you'd want to train together with your old man?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Oh, sure. Do I eat this? Do I need to go on a diet? What's happening?
I'm eating like a trash can, so...
Alright, eat like a trash can. You got it.
Yeah, and exercise with it, because otherwise it's going downhill.
Right. Alright, well, start tomorrow then. We'll train together.
Alright.
Alright.
No worries.
I think this is an automatic success for just lovely roleplay. I love it. Alright. The roll a d20, guys.
Happening with these rolls?
Alright, Fletch. Ooh. So people have been drinking a lot, and you've been promoting these drinking games. But at this point, it seems that sort of multiple, you're not sure who started it, right? But multiple people that are drunk are getting into a brawl. And it sort of starts small, and it catches your attention, and you see that there is multiple people fighting each other in the tavern. What do you want to do?
As I quickly sign to Flair's dad and the two guys.
Oh, they're gone.
Please.
This is like after they've already left.
I tried.
Yeah,
So,
I know. This is your problem.
I rush in like, gentlemen, not here, as I will forcefully put myself in between them and just sign like, get Flair for this.
Sure,
And,
so do you want to talk to them to stop, or do you want to physically make them stop?
I will physically put myself in between them to like get them out of like, and then be like, not here, stop this.
So the first thing you do is jump into the fight.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll
Push
say
them away.
acrobatics to
Yeah.
like, sure, acrobatics to like get in, dodge blows, but like interpose yourself enough. Sure, you stall it long enough to the point where, who do you sign to get Flair?
Jayce.
Sure. Jayce immediately understands your sign, goes toward Flair. Flair, there's a fight happening in the tavern, and Fletcher signed for me to get you.
Okay, I'm going. And I just, clean my hands from whatever meal I was doing and just go there.
Yeah.
Like...
Just like a nasty towel swung over your shoulders, sweat in your forehead, wearing like a hairnet that's not keeping in any of the fire. The chef walks out into the tavern to stop something. What do you want to do? You're seeing Fletcher's in the middle of it, like making sure they're not hitting each other anymore, but they're definitely still trying to fight each other. So what do you want to do?
So I come there, I just grab both of the shoulders and
Yeah.
be like, okay, so what's the problem, gentlemen? I see that there is a problem and I would prefer it outside of the tavern, or I will kick you out myself.
Make an intimidation check. With strength,
That was the
I
most
guess?
polite.
I don't know. Are you proficient in intimidation?
I am.
Great. So make a strength check with proficiency. You could just roll strength if you want.
I-
And then we'll add your proficiency, which I think is 3, right?
Yep.
Nice. So you get 2 successes. And they both sort of like look at you. You're dirty, you're greasy, you're sweaty from the kitchen, you're muscular. They're like, we're not fucking with this chick, and they leave. Hell yeah. Nice. Alright, what is the next one? Oh, the next one is your own, which is one, which we had before. The tap system breaks again. And this time, Flair, it is sort of up to you to figure it out, because everyone else seems to be busy once again. As you make your way back into the kitchen, the tap is not working, and Jayce looks at you like, I don't fucking know how to fix it.
I'm gonna go to the basement and try to fix it. And mostly, it's mostly gonna be like, okay, where do I punch to get it fixed?
Sure, it
I
looks like...
know nothing about it.
I mean, the tube is loose, so all you need to do is reattach the tube, but we did establish that this is a survival check, unless you can persuade me to make it a strength check.
Okay, listen.
Maybe you could like burn the things together now, you know? Instead of it just being loose, you could burn it.
I had a stupider idea, but Blossom is right.
So you wanna...
What did you want to do?
Honestly, producing flames just to get it attached and being like, yeah, that's not gonna be my problem next time. If it's fucked next time.
Sure. Well, I mean, if you fail, it's fucked next time. So make a survival check with advantage. What other skill would it be? I haven't heard a different skill. That's my point, right? Make an argument for it being a different skill. You can use advantage if you want to do this fire hands thing, because it's cool. But what skill are you trying to use? Look at your skill list. Get that -2 out of there.
Okay, I have a technical question. If my dad was someone who's not proficient in household works, can I use it to make more of a nature? No, it's more natural, not nature. I fucked up. More like an intelligence check, since I might know some household work, and it's usually the work I am doing is like, yeah, if something's not working, I'm gonna burn the heck out of it.
Sure, if you want. I say with a good argument like this, I would give you investigation to figure out why this tube keeps coming loose, instead of only fastening it again.
You know what? I'm gonna use my BB for
Sure.
that one.
Nice, it's another success on an 18. Yeah, you figure out there's like, oh, missing part, and you figure out a way to like fix it with a high enough investigation. So that's nice. So it might come loose in a later check when we're doing this table again, but it's not gonna come loose for the rest of the night, at least. Alright. Blossom. A gnomish man comes over to you after having finished his meal, and he says he's not feeling well. It's like, I think it might be something that I ate. I'm not sure if I have like an allergic reaction or something.
I'm gonna just immediately do like the 5 lay on hands with like the diseases and the poisons and stuff.
Nice. I was gonna have
There's
you make
no even.
I was gonna have you make a medicine check, but this is an automatic success.
Yeah.
I don't care. This works. You lay a hand on this man, and the holy light of Sune clenches whatever is happening to him, and he's fine. And he goes, "Never mind, I feel fine," and walks away.
Yeah.
Nice, good job. 6 again. Nola.
Local BAV.
Nola. Elle comes up to you. She goes, so, about the wine cellar. Somehow it's locked again, and I didn't do that. But I think it's locked from the inside, like someone left the key on the inside and then it locked itself or something. I don't know, but it's locked and I
What?
don't know where the key is.
How is that even possible? Right, I'm going to go down to the cellar. I'm going to look through the keyhole, and through the keyhole on the other side I'm going to cast Mage Hand. for it to open it from the inside.
the hand appears. Bleep. Make an Arcana check. That's the first book of the saga. The Dragon's Dream and the Wine Cellar Key. Yeah, you successfully unlock it. It takes a little bit, you know, it's like the hand is like, come closer, and the hand is like malicious compliant for whatever reason. But you figure it out after a little bit. So no bonuses, but also no failures. Then the last thing I think. Oh yes.
Before that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at it, take the key.
It
I
wasn't
will
me.
be taking hold of them.
I swear it was not
No.
me.
Alright,
You know
I'm
what
not
we
blaming
do?
you. I just think that I should keep them. They're safer with me than lying around here.
You know what we do with keys that you do not want lost? You attach a big chunk of wood to it, so you know where the fucking key is, so it's not just a fucking key.
What a smart idea. What do you mean the key is lost again? You guys keep rolling 6. It's not my fault. It's not Elle's fault. It's your guys' fault.
At a certain point, everybody is able to lockpick it in this way, and nobody's even using the fucking key anymore.
Yeah, why is the wine cellar locked anyway? It's behind the bar and you're open currently. Anyway.
Well, apparently everybody can walk to the kitchen as well.
From behind the bar and then back and forth, yeah. Oh, this Karen, you mean, at the beginning of the night.
Yeah, and
you guys figured out how to prevent people from doing that after that happened, for sure.
Right.
Alright. I want one more check from Blossom, the Viola check, please. Nice! So you end the night with a plus 11. Excellent job, my friends. I want, as the night closes and everyone sort of peters out and the tavern is messy and dirty, but the vibe is still there, right? The vibe was maintained throughout the whole night, and you have a big success, a very successful big success, and are sure to have more people come in, but you also are so fucking tired. Like, you've been running this tavern with just there's 4 of you, and then there's Jayce, Elowen, and Arel. So with the 7 of you, you've been running this tavern, with only Arel having real sort of experience at all. Except for the one day you helped out at Soaring Delights, sort of also doing this job. You realize this is gonna be your life from now on, unless you hire people to do this for you. You can each roll a d20.
What's up with all the ones?
Yeah, what's with the one?
And then double the number that you got, which is very easy if you got a 1. And then, so Flair adds another 1 to that, so you have 3 in total, right? So you double it, and then I tell you to add 1, Flair. Fletcher's gonna add 2, and Blossom and Nola are also gonna add 1. And then that's, if you add it all up, the amount of gold you made tonight.
Wait, what's the base?
Yours is 3 total, Flair.
Oh, slay.
And this is a pile of money, right? So I would prefer it if you
To be fair,
piled it
in
together
Flair's
and
defense,
separate it with by
Flair
4.
was in the kitchen, she did not get the tips.
Yeah.
Of course, this is not the tip money. This is just like the profit, right? But
Yeah,
I
no, I
I'll
know.
roll for it because it's more fun that way. Essentially, you're getting a 1.1 modifier on it, right? So it's a times 2.1 of whatever you rolled. On the 11, made it a 2.1 modifier. So it
So
would have been a
it's
negative
75
modifier
pieces.
if it was under 0.
Well, 75 pieces of gold that we're getting.
Great! 75 pieces of gold divided by 4 or 5 if you want to have like a Garrick jar.
I mean, well, we have 2 more people. We had 3 more people helping us.
True. So divided by 7, I suppose.
And we also need the money to hire new people, pay them to work here. we paid way too much for those bards.
For how good they did, that was too much. But if
Yeah.
they had been a good band, they would have gotten
Mm.
you more pluses instead of more minuses.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
I am writing a nasty review. An honest one, but not a positive.
Sure. So like I
I'm
said,
gonna do the sandwich method, which is going to be they looked great on stage and their instruments were in a great shape. Then entire fucking page of how they chased the customers away, could not catch a riff, and everything was wrong. But overall, the stage presence was pretty okay, and the nerves are normal for someone presenting for the first time.
sure. All right. So what you guys could do if you want is take 10 gold pieces each, and then have like a little jar or something with the remaining 5 in it, because it's kind of hard to split.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, give the violinist her viol back and the, I don't know how much tip money we made, but that's awesome. God, she's dead.
You can give her the 5.
Yeah.
That works.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You can keep my 10 gold. I don't care.
Sure, you give
Keep
her 10.
that 10 gold. No, I give Fletcher the 10 for that pot, and I give the 5 to her.
Sure. And she
Good.
leaves with a little smirk on her
Yeah.
face.
I will put your 10 and mine 10 in the jar for here, for repairs, for hiring, for everything. Because we need that gold, we need people to run this for us. Because
Yeah,
we
We
can't
also
do it
still
every
have
day.
money in our collective fund. We just don't know how much it was.
Oh yeah, because we do
Yeah.
not have, yeah. Ah.
It was not more than 100. Because we
No,
paid
but
a
it was
lot.
still something.
There was maybe a few gold, like 10, 20.
Mhm.
Not that much. We'll look it up later. That will be okay.
There you go. The tavern jar now has 20 gold in it. Unless
Right.
anyone else wants to put anything in it.
Oh, I'm putting my money as well.
Alright.
Absolutely everything that I've earned.
Same.
Apparently, my parents have money now, so I don't have to save up for a new house in this reality.
Apparently, you are a strong, independent woman who wasn't using their money, and your dad was proud of you for that reason.
I'm gonna keep 5 gold to myself.
Sure. Alright. So 35 then. Elo and Jayce and Ariel are all gonna pocket their share of the money.
That's fair.
And then you find yourself sitting around a table with the 7 of you, having a last round of drinks. Everyone is already gone, the tavern is closed, right? But you're sort of wrapping up your night with the 7 of you. Everyone's tired. It's maybe just silence, as everyone's just sort of like,
So, for tomorrow, what are we going to do by personnel?
Hire people.
I mean, Ariel says, I could work here, I could get some people to come work here if you guys have the money to pay them. I mean, with the amount of money you made tonight, you'd have enough to get a crew for tomorrow, and then assuming the success keeps going tomorrow, then you'd have enough to hire a crew for, like, the next day. Until you
Maybe we
get, like,
could.
actual renown and stuff going. But yeah, I could get some of my guys together.
That would be great.
We could spend a bit of a time now and then in the morning to put the posters farther in the city, now that we have a name.
I mean, we almost couldn't handle the rush today.
But we will get crew for tomorrow.
But we don't know what we're doing, so.
No more.
We don't know what?
I don't believe we know how to run the establishment like this, so.
Oh, like
fair
people
that
with
we-
experience.
Yeah.
That's why I said I could get my guys to, like, help out.
Yeah, please. Also, we need to do something about that damn key and about that pipe.
You add, like, wood. So you have key and wood. So you see the wood. You know where the key is. That's
Oh,
what
and then
we did with
cast
the.
locate object on it, so you always know where the object is.
I guess, but that's what we did with the mom's wagon. because that's also very smoky.
And what was it about this pipe? I mean, the beer
It
pipe.
got loose.
It got loose
How many-
twice. But it's fixed
It
now,
was
I think, or something. Flair went down there and fixed something
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it smelled kind of burned down there. What did you
We
do?
just smashed it.
Burned the pipe together. Like, that's always what I did.
Ooh, cool.
Do it yourself. I like it.
Of course, it works.
Yeah, DIY Picasso.
So,
I like it.
assuming that we have enough people running this thing tomorrow, do we have any things that we want to do? Any other side gigs to make some money?
My dad's need a promotion and we can help him.
Also, my dad
I-
said he had like a thing that he wanted you guys to do.
Also, I have this letter. Wait, no, I don't.
And what was that about? And
What was what?
looking right at Nola. You were
was what?
saying something earlier. We'll talk about.
I said a lot of stuff today. You have to be more specific than that.
I mean, I don't think you were meaning to say it out loud, but you did say it out loud. Something about the Harpers or something? I don't know.
What?
Huh?
I'm gonna
And then Elle
look at
goes,
Fletcher
ooh, cool! Harper's cool!
and trying to stay as cool as possible. Wait, I did say that?
Yeah, you said you were working for them, at least. I don't
I'm not
think you were meaning
surprised.
to.
Since when?
No,
Yeah,
that's
that
really
wasn't what I said with us.
Nola,
Splendors.
that could be
When are
really
you work-
dangerous.
Well,
You have
since
to
this
be
morning,
very
I got a
careful.
weird letter that was not delivered to an address, but just to me, and they said that I should come and get the details, and then you guys can come with me. I have no idea what it's about.
But Harper's usually have like secret important missions, and they could be really dangerous. Will you be okay? That doesn't seem very safe. Do your parents know about that?
I do not know what they want from me. I mean, they probably know I'm a mage. Maybe they just need help translating some ancient runes or deciphering some code.
That's not what I heard from the Harpers. And Jayce goes, "Elle, chill your beans. Whatever's happening right now is not helping." Okay. Chill.
I mean, it's quite impressive, Nola, that they asked you to be part of the Harpers. I mean, that's cool. You can figure it
I
out
didn't-
then.
I don't really think if they asked me to be a part of, they didn't really mention. It wasn't an invitation letter. It was just like, hey, you can join. It was like, please come. You can bring your friends to whatever quest we'll give you, but please come along. And then
Interesting.
So since we have few things to choose from, what are we
Hmm.
choosing for tomorrow?
I mean, which one has the most potential to pay off the most?
Oh, I mean, I trust my dad with anything, so if he needs us to go do something for him, then that definitely is gonna pay off.
Well, let's sleep on it tonight, and tomorrow we go to your dad.
Sure. If the others aren't urgent, I feel like, yeah, definitely.
Well, good.
Sure.
That sounds good.
So, did we have any leftovers? Some meals that we prepared that were not served out, or
Oh, I assumed you were already eating them.
yeah, it's like we are eating them or packaging them for later consumption,
Sure.
like making rations out of them.
Oh, yeah, I better start heading back to the dock ward. Are you gonna come home, Fletch, or are you gonna stay here? Something
Oh,
happened
I'm-
last night, because I'm pretty sure you said that you wanted, like, some snacks and some tea, and then you left. And we didn't really talk about it at all today.
Yeah, I was kind of astonished with how far the tavern came, and thought that some more things needed to happen here, so I
Oh.
didn't come home.
Well,
But I will come with you now.
Yeah, I wish you could have, like, well, if you want, any leftover food, we could package it and we could bring it to the hospital and give it there to the clerics of Ilmater.
Good.
We can do half. Sure, because we also need some breakfast and that thing tomorrow. But
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, totes. No, I more meant like the salad with chili in it.
why specifically that?
Because no one was buying it until we put a discount on it, but that basically meant we made 0 money off of that.
And why do we want to give that away to the clerics?
Because otherwise it's gonna spoil.
But you
People
want to
need
give
to
them.
eat either way.
You want to give sick people chili. The chili.
Good for you to
Actually,
like
it can help with
Yeah.
inflammatory diseases, and if you have a runny
Yeah.
nose, it can cleanse you out. So that's actually a pretty good idea.
Elfily makes this face. She's like, nah, your friends are dissing you with me, nah.
Sure, let's give the chili salad to the clerics.
Yes. Jayce is gonna say.
You seem so against this.
Jayce says, is anyone else gonna stay here tonight? Or are we all gonna go home? Because, like, if anyone else is staying here,
No.
I might also stay here, because it's, just vibes, except for the fact that Fletcher, I think, maybe forgot that I was here last night, and then got startled when I woke him up to get everything ready. But if no one's gonna be here, I'm just gonna lock up and go home.
I'm gonna head home.
I think go to the church because I don't want to go all the way. I'm gonna look
Sure.
at
You
Burrow if he wants to
You
come.
can come
to the shadows.
sleep at my place if you want to.
No, I think you need to
I'm
figure
sure we
out
have a
what's
spare
happening
bedroom.
first. No, I think you need to figure out your situation first before,
That's fair.
you know.
Claire, you
I'm
want to
gonna-
crash our couch?
Honestly, I believe I want to see my home. You all saw what I saw. And that man needs a decent breakfast.
Sure. So, Flair, you go back to your house. It is still your house, apparently. The key still works, except the garden is overgrown. The path has, like, some weeds growing through it. It's like the same house, but with less money invested into it, right? And you can hear, normally you would hear, like, loud snoring, but instead you hear, like, a silent snoring coming from your dad's room. Even his snoring is more sad. Yeah, he's already sleeping.
Honestly, I at least wanna fix the pavement to the house with the vines, like just
In the middle of the night, you're gonna do some gardening.
Yes,
Sure.
yes, because that looks fucking disappointing.
Make a nature check. Sure. Just like my mom 3 times every year, you grab a tiny little stool, you sit on it, and you grab a potato knife, and you go in between each of the fucking tiles, and you scratch out all the stuff, and you're busy with this for not even that long, because you can use a little bit of your, like, innate fire, right, to sort of burn it away as well, but you also want to then get rid of the burnt plants, so still takes a little bit of time, but you could do this for sure, yes. I'll give you a hero dice because that's heroic. Actually, everyone gets a hero dice for doing a good time at the for doing something good at the tavern, right? But Flair gets an extra one for
Doing good time sound like a jail sentence.
You did good time. I mean, yes, it is running a tavern. It is like a jail sentence. Where does Nola go with? Where does Nola go?
Well, Blossom gave her the address book later.
Yes.
And I'm pretty damn sure that Nola, if not remember this, she noted it down because that's a very important piece of information.
Sure.
So she'll go under this address.
Sure. You come to a sort of how do I describe this? This is not a type of house that has been here for like 200 years, but it's built in the architectural style as if it had been here for 200 years. So you can see this like elven old architecture house with beautiful sort of stained glass windows. There's like 3, maybe 4 stories with an attic house of like elements of like dark blue wood and sort of this dark academia vibe in general. The garden is very nicely kept. You can see on the left side of the house there's like a tower that goes further up, maybe with like a small observatory in the top of the tower. And there are no lights on in the house. It's dead quiet.
Oh, so it's fancy. Firstly, I would like to put the hand in my pocket and cast Mage Hand in my pocket to hold it for some extra comfort, because I am very insecure what to do in this situation.
Immediately, the mage hand is gonna slip out and he's gonna fly out and go like,
No, I just need some comfort, please. I'm gonna grab it and
Sure.
put it back into the
Yeah,
pocket. And then I'm gonna walk the path, I guess.
As you walk the path, little fairy lights sort of light up in front of you to illuminate the path as you walk. And then
Oh,
they
guys, I'm not
extinguish
gonna believe
perfectly.
this.
They extinguish perfectly behind you as well. And you get
I
to the
need
door.
to know what
You-
happened.
You see a dark oak wooden door with sort of a golden brass door handle. There's no key on it.
I'm gonna put my other hand on it.
Sure. As you put your hand on it, it sort of glows with a slight radiance of magic, and then it sort of traces up your arm. You can feel it sort of like tingly, like goosebumps, right? Sort of like a little tingly feeling. But with a high enough arcana that you have, it's sort of like a protective spell that you are part of, and it recognizes you as being part of the spell, so it just opens for you. So as you even reach your hand out toward the door, it just opens in front of you.
At least I'm looking in. Well, I'm gonna enter the house slowly and take a good look around.
Sure. This is the house of your mom's dreams.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes. That's the only way I can describe. Well, I imagine Nola's mom is like a very organized person, but also sort of has this specific style. Like I said, sort of like a blue tinted dark academia style, like dark oak and dark, whatever other colors of blue and shades in between brown and blue. Bookshelves and a large spiral staircase that leads up to a higher floor, and a large living room with a hearth and sofas. And as you enter, you hear like a light go on in a nearby room, and then sort of a older tiefling sort of makes his way out, and he goes, Miss Estrella, I wasn't sure if you would be coming back for the remainder of the night. How was your evening
I'm sorry
been?
for coming in so late. Oh, it's been wonderful,
That's
but
quite
busy.
alright. And he walks up behind you and closes the door behind you as you're just sort of looking around the house. Oh, it's quite alright, Miss Estrella. It's quite alright. I apologize for not being here to receive you upon your entry.
Really, it's okay. I didn't announce myself beforehand, so I didn't expect you to. I
Can
think
I get
just
you anything? Would you like anything to drink before you head off to your bedroom?
Water would be nice.
A glass of water, of course. Would you have
Yes,
it
please.
brought to you or brought to your room?
I can carry it myself.
Very well, miss, if you insist. And he heads toward the kitchen, and as he walks, like, lights go on in the rooms that he walks into.
I'm gonna squeeze the mage hand tighter, and I have no
The
idea
mage
where
hand
my
goes,
room
ow!
is. Sorry. Is there any sort of indication as to where my room could be?
No. By just standing in the lobby? No, you have no idea.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for a glass of water, I guess.
Sure. The butler comes back. He gives you the glass of water. And then he just
Thank
sort of
you.
stands there with his hand
Oh.
like this in front of him.
You can go and rest. That's great. Thank you.
Very well, miss. I will be there if you call me.
Thank you.
And he just walks out into the living room and around the corner, but you get the feeling he's still standing around the corner waiting for you to call him, right? This is his job. He needs to be there if you need him, so he's just in the proximity as soon as you're in your house, essentially.
I'm going to go upstairs.
Sure.
And I assume that I'm gonna see a row of identical doors.
Yep. And another staircase that goes further up with another row of identical doors.
Change of plans. I'm gonna go back downstairs and ask the butler for a warm towel to be delivered to my bed so it can warm up while I go wait in an observatory to watch the stars for a while. But I would like the mage hand to sneakily follow it so that I know where my room is.
Would you like for a warm... What did you say?
Towels.
A warm towel. Would you like for me to heat your bath in your bathroom?
Oh, that would be great.
Of course. So you see he starts heading toward the tower. And you can see the tower consists of 3 circular rooms stacked on top of each other. On the very top is the observatory. And while there is like the possibility of walking sort of around on a staircase to just go to the observatory, it seems each of the doors in the tower is marked with your name on it. And he goes into, so like I said, there's 3 so there's the bottom, the middle, and then the top, which is where the observatory is. So he goes into the middle, and it's just a large circular bathroom with marble tiles and a sort of marble bathtub and a one-way window that looks out over this side of the city, sort of from an elevated position, as if it's like a little bit enchanted to be from even higher. At night, you can beautifully look at the skyline of Waterdeep with the mountain that you can even see in the distance and some lighthouses turning out in the dock ward. And then so you basically walk with him, because you said I went in the observatory. So you walk into the observatory, where you can see 3 different types of telescopes are set up. There is even a crank that would allow you to open part of the roof, so you could look out the roof through the stars as well. There is various maps sort of laid out over top of each other, rolled up and stuff. There is, what do you call this, like hanging like different planets and stuff that you could also crank that sort of like rotates them, and there's a sun that actually gives off light. You can predict like full moons and half moons and this whole stuff. And you can hear meanwhile downstairs the butler is busy just heating up a bath.
Guys, you can go back to our reality by yourselves. I found my heaven. I will stay here. I'm going to... I don't even know what, she's just standing there stunned because she was like, okay, we have a safe house now and apparently a branch of shops, so like 3 maybe. And then she enters a full ascension. 24 hours before she was in a rich neighborhood a couple 100 years back. Now she enters a palace basically, so that's a... Oh wow. She's very confused. She'll obviously look at the telescopes and the maps of the sky that I assume are there, in both awe and fascination. And assuming that she doesn't lose a track of time being there, she will wait for the butler to leave to actually take the path, because that sounds nice.
Sure. Just as you're walking through the house the first time, can you make just a little hindsight perception check?
Yep, sure.
Sure. I will say, as you're sort of looking through telescope out toward the sky and sort of thinking about your new house and how cool and beautiful it is, on a 16, I'd say there's like a family portrait, but it's like in this family portrait, neither of your parents is smiling. right? It's a very stern portrait. And you start realizing this house, while it's nice and fancy and big, is not very homey, right? It's just like hallway with doors. The common room is like a large common room, but you just looked at it at night when the fire is not lit, and it looks like even if people were sitting here, they'd be sitting kind of far apart from each other because it's such a large room. And your mom is not going to be here for like 2 months, and your dad seems terribly busy. But the house is nice. But yeah, that thought just sort of lingers for a moment before you continue looking at the stars and then take a nice hot bath.
Nola is just taking a mental note to try to talk to her dad in the morning. Or, if not, try to find some clues as to what happened to the family.
Sure. So that's where Nola goes. Blossom goes home, yeah?
No,
You're
she
going to
would
the Temple
go
of Sune.
to the church, yeah. She would
Sure.
ask Arel if he wants to come with her, so she also doesn't have to trek his whole
Oh,
way back.
yeah, of course. I would come with you. I don't want you to wander the streets alone by yourself at night.
I'll be fine,
Yeah, I think
honestly,
you're
doing
stronger
that.
than I am, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's the gentlemanly thing to do, right? So I'll come
Mm,
with you. Yeah, 100%.
right.
Sure. So the two of you can go to the Church of Sune and
Mm.
find, any type of rest there. It's late at night, so I'm not gonna do a whole like, oh, there's like a workshop going on.
No.
It's like late at night.
There's
There
nothing.
is no one there. There's one cleric who is on night duty, and just shows you a room, and you can just stay there.
Mm.
Claire already went home, so then we have Fletcher and Elle. Um, um, I'd also say, by the way, Flair and Nola heading home, because Flair also lives in the Sea Ward, right? Or
No, Northward.
in the North Ward, right? So I would say then Nola heading home. Jayce goes with you for quite a long way and then splits off at a later point and goes down a different street. So probably also lives somewhere in the Sea Ward. And then, yeah, like I said, Elle and Fletcher take the long journey back home to the dock ward to get home around midnight. Do you want to discuss anything on the way down?
Well, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit frank. Like, so, well, something happened on the last mission.
She was actually just leaning against your shoulder, taking a little snooze, and she goes, "Why? What happened?"
Well, there was something happening. We went through time, and it did some things, I guess, to our memories.
Oh,
So my memories are a little bit scrambled, and I can't seem to remember a lot of things.
can you make a deception check?
Being partially honest. No, I will make it. Let's see. Well, I feel like a fight.
I had someone join your crew, Blurry. Don't worry. Elle also has a -2 in wisdom. What do you mean by that?
Well, I have difficulty remembering a lot of things. I mean, I thought the tavern would be done in like 2 weeks. I thought I had a brother. I thought I didn't remember Jayce. I had a lot of difficulties. Can you fill up some gaps for me?
I don't know. This is kind of weird. Don't you think we should ask Nola about this? She's really smart.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. But I'm feeling kind of weird. Maybe you can tell me some stories, just some things about the past. Just give me a homey feeling.
About what?
Well, just when we all hang out.
I don't know. We hang out today. I don't know what you'd want to talk about. I remember when we all went on a fishing trip. That was really fun. We
Yes.
went
How
out
about that?
and we rented a boat, and Grandpa said, "Don't get that boat because it's going to sink." And obviously, Grandpa was right because we got on it with the 6 of us, and because you invited your friends, and that was fine. And that's the first time that I hung out with your friends, so I was like, okay, cool. I have to be totally cool, so I got this boat. But then Grandpa said, "Don't get this boat," but I didn't have enough money to get a cooler boat, so we got this sort of crappy boat, and we went fishing. And then obviously, as soon as we caught something, the whole boat toppled over, and we all had to like figure out how to get the boat back toppled over to the other side. And Flair was definitely not having a good time being stuck in the harbor, so we didn't really have like a strong person that could flip it over. So then um in the end, me and Nola could like magic something together, like our mage hand fully high-fived and flipped the boat back over, and that was kind of cool. So and then I just blasted us back to shore because we were so done and the sail broke. So it's a good thing that I can do sort of like a little bit of magic. But that was the first time I hung out with your friends, and then they all said I was cool.
Yeah. They're good friends, right?
That's why I like them. I'm very happy that Jayce came to our house and asked if I wanted to come, because I was just gonna like go with Mom instead, but you know, Mom said that she would come some other time since she didn't want to make the trek all by herself. So um I but I was like, oh my god, you guys think I'm so cool, I can hang out with your friends. So that was excellent actually.
How's your magic going, by the way?
Hmm?
How's your magic doing, by the way?
It's doing. Mom keeps
Any
saying
new-
I should go to wizard school, but that seems boring.
Any new cool spells you can show me?
I don't know. I did a cool spell the other night, but I think I should not do it here. Um, you're on the Dray, right? You're on a sort of a late night bus, essentially going back south. Um,
How close are we to our house?
you're probably like 20 minutes out still.
20-minute ride or 20-minute walk?
Once you get off the Dray, it would be another 15-minute walk. So it's 5 minutes ride and then 15-minute walk.
I'll just sign. It's good here. Thank you. I pay and then we get off.
Sure. You,
Finding an
you
alley,
jump
show
off
me.
the Dray. Yep.
Show me.
I can't show you here. We're in the middle of the street.
Who cares? Live a little.
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure. We just did
Okay.
a dog walk if anybody.
We're not in the dock ward.
I don't care. Do it. Do it.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Meteor rain.
Nice. She's gonna put one hand up toward the sky, and she's gonna take her second hand, and she just claps it, and a full lightning bolt from the sky shoots up from her hand into the clouds of this blue crackling lightning. You can see her
nice.
eyes light up, and her fangs sort of light up to match it for a moment, and then she sort of lets go. That's cool, right?
Hey, do it again?
No,
No? Only once.
I think so.
Ah, crap. Crap. Do you have any other lightning?
Why?
Because I can do something cool as well.
Oh,
Do you have any? Do you have anything else?
what do you mean?
I want you to hit me with lightning.
I could try.
Great. And I will. Before you do it, I will activate my chromatic warding.
I don't know what that does.
Oh, it makes me immune to lightning damage.
Haha, nice. 1, 2, huh! And she cast lightning bolt again.
I would like if you give me the flavor. I want to do the full Uncle Iroh thing, just pointing at it, grabbing it with one finger, and just shooting it away with the other.
Sure, make a dexterity check. Nice, you don't hit another building. Because L fully was gonna hit a building by hitting you with this, and you managed to angle it off into the sky again. But you also see, as soon as she is finished casting this spell, she a little bit of like wind picks up around her. She's blown off the ground for a moment. and then sort of slowly lands back a little bit away. And she goes, "How cool is that?"
Nice. Feels like you got the storm under control.
Yeah. Listen, Grandpa was saying that I should like practice more, and Mom was saying I should go to wizard school, but that's kind of Nola's thing, and I feel like I don't want to like. I don't think I'm smart like that, you know?
You know they kill for your skills on a boat, right?
Don't say that. You're just teasing me. Anyway, that was cool. Can you teach me how to do that? What you did?
Yeah, actually I can. This will be interesting. But we'll do it a little bit later. Let's
Okay.
go home now, okay?
Yeah. All right. So you go home.
I give just a little roughy on the head. Like, you did good, kid.
Stop it, you. Fletch, can you make an insight check? Sure. I would say hindsight. You know that Jayce called your sister Elowen. Sort of during the thing of like something was happening and she was like, Elowen, come on! But you know, like, El is the nickname, but her name is Elowen. Yeah, and you make it home. You see, it's as you left it. You know, it's the same shack. Except, you know, there's like a room downstairs that was sort of the storage room, which is now Mom's bedroom, and then what used to be Mom's bedroom is Elle's bedroom.
And I have a single bed instead of bunk bed. Right?
Yep. Alright.
Yeah. Good, kiddo. You did good today. See you tomorrow?
See you tomorrow, obviously. Alright. And speaking of tomorrow, you wake up the following day in your respective homes, or in the temple, Sune. It's early. Errol said that he was gonna take care of like hiring some people or like recommending some people and making sure your tavern is also getting run today. So, Blossom, as you wake up, I think he's already dressed and ready to go to like arrange this for you.
No.
What's wrong?
I want that.
Fine. Comes over, gives you a hug.
I just like pull him.
Ah! And then he just face down on a pillow. He goes, "You know I'm already dressed, right?
I don't.
You're you know, this shirt that I'm wearing is freshly ironed, and I don't want to like assume things about these beds because they're very clean, but you're crinkling it."
Right. Oh, look.
He kisses you on the forehead. Gotcha.
Mm.
And then he gets up. Do you need anything else? Because I'm gonna go get a crew.
No. Good luck, friendly.
You got it.
Maybe. Wait. I'm gonna give him 5 gold pieces for some like extra help get them to come help. You know.
Sure. I mean, I noticed that there's a jar with some gold in it on the counter, so we should have enough to at least hire a crew for the remainder of the week.
But that's good.
Yep.
I don't. So you're just.
Thanks.
Right.
And he goes to the tavern and he puts it in the jar. So.
Something.
By the way,
Sure.
did we get any tips?
That's already included.
Oh,
It's
okay.
in the part.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So he goes toward the tavern, or well, he goes first, I guess, to the southward to like get his gang, and then goes toward the tavern. So where's everyone else going? Fletcher, as you get up, Elowen's already making some breakfast. Nola, as you wake up, your house is silent, but as you make your way down the stairs, you hear some commotion in the kitchen, like some people talking. And you expected for like a moment to be like your mom and dad, the way that they were sort of making breakfast together in the morning before opening up the shop. But as you peek in, you see instead it is this tiefling butler together with a like half-orcan woman who is currently cooking up some breakfast.
Can I try to listen and to catch their names?
Sure.
Do they use them at all?
Sure. I mean, I'm not gonna make this difficult for you. So, the butler is named Helpful because the tieflings usually have virtue names. So his name's Helpful. And then the half-orc chef is named Richie.
And before I go downstairs, I would actually like to check and make equipment if I
Wait,
still have the.
What
What
was
was
that?
that?
You went full robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it okay now?
No,
No.
it's like you're talking into a fan, right? It's do you know, as like a child you would talk into a ventilator and it goes like that was weird.
Is it okay now?
No.
No.
I think we go back to Nola in a little bit. Flair, as you wake up, you see that the room to your dad's the door to your dad's bedroom is already open. The bed is made and he's already left for whatever job he's doing today.
Honestly, I'm gonna take time and just pre-make some food for him that he just have to, put on a stove and it's ready before leaving.
Sure, the fridge is a mess. There's like a loaf of bread in there. This kitchen is a mess in general. There's like a jug of milk that is gonna go out of date today, but it's still full. There's like some cornflakes on the floor.
Yeah, I'm not just making a meal, I am just cleaning this all up and probably going to buy something, so I'm probably gonna be late to anything we're doing today, because I cannot bear to see that.
Sure. So you start cleaning up the kitchen and everything. Because I feel like in the old world, right, there was like some type of help that would come by, maybe every day or once every week, at least to like clean the house, right? This wasn't a Flair and Dad kind of thing. This was like we pay someone to do that, not like we have a live-in butler, but they come once a week to clean the house type thing.
And also someone took care of the garden.
Exactly. It looks like Dad isn't investing in this house as he was in the previous timeline. Sure. Fletcher, like I said, Elowen's making some breakfast. Looks like some type of pancakes with banana in them. She gives you one. She also puts one in a little baggie to go. She says, for whatever you're gonna do today, with Jayce's dad, hanging out, doing a cool job for him.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
I will. Hey, if anything comes up again, you do want to help, right?
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to, like, force myself on your friends, because they're really cool, and I don't want them to think that I'm, like, forcing myself into the group.
Well, let's
At
say if the moment comes, I'll send for you, okay?
Yes. Excellent. Wonderful.
Good.
Get it, girl. Get it. Get it. Yes. I don't want them to think I'm weird. I'm definitely not gonna do that in front of them. Oh my god.
Not a problem. Do you have any
Hey.
more pancakes?
Yeah, I made some more pancakes. Maybe you can tell me about your other weird memory things. Like you said you had a brother?
Yeah, it was kind of strange.
What was
I
his
mean-
name?
Well, Garrick.
Hmm.
Does it say anything to you?
No, but that sounds like a name Mom would come up with.
Yeah, right? Feels strange. He was
Hmm.
older.
Hmm?
He was older.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was like a musician, kind of accomplished.
Aw, we could have totally used him yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have fucked up so much. Those bards were lousy.
They were really, really bad. Where did you
I-
get them from?
Like the College of Bards, like the training school. I paid 11 gold pieces for that.
Which College of Bards? There's like 4 of them.
Well, the crappy one in the trade ward.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously you're gonna get crappy bards if you go to the crappy school.
Hey, come on, we were opening. I don't have money for the bards.
Really?
I-
thought you were doing
also-
cool wizard jobs for the cool wizard lady.
Yeah. Also, I might have insulted a bard so much that he's now stopping making music and going to business school.
Oh, well, maybe that's good for him.
Yeah. I might have been a little bit rude, but Well, you know what Mom says, right? Tough love.
Yeah, sure. Sometimes.
Sometimes. It's good. Well, thanks so much, sis. See you later, okay?
Got it. See you later.
Good. Going out.
Yeah.
Stealing one of her pancakes.
Sure, she made you one extra, so. Alright. Martin, how we do it?
I think it should be better.
Yes. Alright.
Oh,
so,
yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah, so you see Helpful and Richie are in the kitchen currently.
Yes. Before I went downstairs, I would like to check if I still have on me the mysterious gold pouch that I had.
No, you don't have it.
Okay, and then second thing, I would like to search my room. Or my tower, apparently.
Or actually, wait. Yeah, you had it on you when you went into the past, or did you like put it in your
Yes.
bedroom or something?
No, I was carrying this on me.
So then you still have it with you.
Alright.
Yeah.
And then second thing, I would like to search my tower. Not room. In places that Nola herself would hide money to see if there are any money hidden.
Sure. Roll investigation. Sure. You roll really well. You go through the places where you would hide money, but there is no money hidden anywhere.
Alright. And then I'm go to breakfast.
Sure. As you walk into the kitchen, Richie, like I said, this half work, looks up, says, Miss Estrella, hello, good morning.
Good morning, nice to see you.
Helpful also nods, good morning, miss. What would you like for breakfast? We have already prepared some eggs for ourselves, but if you would want something different, we could obviously get you something different.
Oh, no, eggs are perfectly fine.
Very well, how would you like your eggs this morning?
Runny? Again?
Very well. And they nod at each other, and Richie gets busy making some eggs. And then Richie says, do you want anything on it? You know, like shrooms, bacon, cheese?
Maybe some bacon.
Very well. And open like this large pantry and starts pulling out all this stuff from this large kitchen with a large island in the center, like an island kitchen with stoves on top of the island kitchen, and then around just storage and everything.
Did any letters from Mom came, maybe?
Oh, I will go check immediately, miss. And Helpful walks off. Oh, and then as soon as you go, no, he stops and turns around. He goes, yes?
Oh, no, I thought that they have already checked. You don't have to go specifically to find them.
Alright.
I mean, you made breakfast for yourself, but just... I don't want to interrupt you eating your breakfast.
Well, that's perfectly fine, miss. I can go check if you want.
It can wait. It's not an urgent matter.
Very well. And we'll walk back over and start eating his eggs. And both of them are further, like, other than asking practical questions about, like, oh, is this runny enough? They don't engage in conversation.
She tries to break the silence because this is very uncomfortable for her with questions, sort of. So, did Dad leave for work already, or...?
Oh, yes. Mr. Estrella left early this morning and should be back later this week.
This week?
Correct?
Oh, did he leave the city?
Yes, I'm fairly certain he is on a trip to Neverwinter for some type of business. I don't know the specific details, but I could have I could have a sending spell cast toward him if you wish to know the specific, miss.
Oh no, it's kind of right.
They just eat. They don't They're not even awkward about it, right? They're just like, this is our job, as we take care of this house and of you.
Nola is horribly awkward. She does not know what to do with herself.
After a little bit, Helpful will go, is everything alright, miss? You seem a bit,
Yes,
wary?
yes. Slightly nervous if the tavern is going to work out, and it's all new. And yesterday the bars were not the best, so I'm kind of stressed about the bad word that could go around the city.
Alright, well, I'm sure it will be fine.
I surely hope so.
Yes, I do recall your father saying yesterday morning that he was very excited to come see you at your workplace.
Oh, he did visit me. He stayed there for some time and we chatted for a bit.
Yes, I specifically made time in his schedule for him to be able to go.
Thank you. This is a very sad smile on her face right now, but she is forcing it on.
Of course, miss. It is what your father requested of me, so I did this for him.
Can I have insight on that requested of me?
Sure.
Because this sounds like Helpful wants this more than my dad.
You're not sure.
Yeah. She will try to act as naturally as possible, which is impossible in this case scenario. Probably at some point she will pull out a notebook and write random words in it, but just to keep her occupied so that she doesn't look awkwardly around, just to pretend that she's focusing on something.
Sure.
This is just a string of random words that do not mean anything, but she needs an excuse not to look at them all the time.
I mean, I assume also something like, as Nola would finish her food, she herself would get up with the plate to bring it toward
Yes,
any sort of
absolutely.
sink, and then immediately Richie comes over and like, oh no, that's alright, miss, I got it, and we'll try and take it from you.
I'm not gonna fight him. Thank you.
Sure. And then Richie is gonna take it and starts cleaning everything.
I think I will be back late tonight, so there's no need waiting for me. I will see, because I don't know what I'm gonna do today yet. Just don't have to worry about me and waiting for me, or you can go and rest if you're tired in the evening. That will be alright.
Very well, miss. I will make sure that I will stay alert for when you come home in case you need anything, but until later tonight, I will give myself some peace if that is what you request.
Please do, yes.
Very well. I think we're off to the pool today, Richie. Richie goes, yes! Oh, sorry, miss. Sorry.
This is the first time that she actually laughed throughout this whole stay at this house. There's no need to apologize. Oh.
And then
Head out
Helpful is
soon.
actually going to turn to you and say, that is if we are still allowed to use the pool, miss.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. And then Richie goes again, yes! Chill your beans, Richie. I'm sorry, Helpful? And then the two of them, as you are finished with your food and are sort of just sitting there writing, the two of them peel out. Richie probably to go put on some swim shorts, and then Helpful is just around the corner again. Like, you can hear the footsteps stop as soon as Helpful is around the room, just waiting in case you need something.
That poor man. Nola would go back into her tower.
You can
we'll...
hear Helpful quietly following you, like staying out of sight, staying like not wanting to like creep you out, like not but like as you crest around the corner, Helpful will just sort of also crest around the corner.
Nola does keep diaries, so she will try to look for a journal, maybe dated way back, and see what the entries are, because she's trying to trace back what exactly happened and has this life always been like this in this timeline.
Sure.
But also just two goals. First one is to see why the family has fallen apart and it's not the family that she knows. And then the second one is maybe pinpoint or try to pinpoint the point where they actually build the business well. To see if she can find some clues that maybe she can use back home.
Sure. You can make an investigation check. You find that it's mostly like personal decisions. It seems to you from your journals that your parents, in some cases, decided to prioritize their business over their family life, right? So you, for example, as Nola, remember this one specific vacation that you and your family took to like one of the nearby forests, and where you sort of had your first a little bit more sort of elven culture interaction. You remember this going on this trip with your parents. But it seems, for example, this is just one of many, right? In this timeline, your parents chose not to do that, and it seems like the money that they saved, they were able to invest into the business, and that sort of helped with this. So, and that's just one of multiple instances where you can see that your parents decided to prioritize business over their family life, to the point where like they're not divorced or anything, like they're still very much married to each other, but it seems to you from your own journals almost more like a business partnership than a romantic partnership at some points, especially because they hardly see each other. According to your journals, it's like, oh, mom was in town and wrote a letter to dad, and dad was off doing this and this. Like, they hardly see each other at all. They're just busy running their business empire, essentially.
Yep, that tells me all I wanted to know. She'll just pack her stuff and leave for the tavern because we didn't set up a meeting point, so I assume that we'll just meet there.
Sure. And is everyone heading there? No response means good response. Alright, so you all head to the tavern. And you see early morning, Jayce is already there. And you can see she's currently with a little broom, just sort of getting rid of some broken glass from that one fight that Flair and Fletcher helped stop, and like already getting everything ready for a new business day. As you guys come in. Good morning, and welcome back to the Dreaming Dragon. Wait, what is it called? The Dragon's Dream?
Dragon's Dream.
Dragon's Dream. I keep saying Dreaming Dragon because it's like lam 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 and it like flows, but Dragon's Dream is cooler. Alright, anyway. So, because we didn't set up a place where to meet, I was technically waiting at my dad's house, but then I was like, maybe you guys would come here first, and then we would go to his house.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, that's what we're doing right now, right?
Yeah, but is everything set up here before we leave?
I don't know. Did that tiefling guy Errol said that he was gonna take care of it?
Yeah, he's getting some people right now.
Sure. I mean.
Alright. And you sure he'll take care of everything?
Yes. I trust him.
I'm gonna leave him an instruction. And Nora scribbles down like bullet points.
So Nola, how was your house?
Yeah.
Empty. I will tell you on the way. It's fine.
Alright.
And I will try to moderate the Mar so that Jayce will go up front, and I would have a chance to describe the house without Jayce really hearing it, because it would be weird for me to describe the house to my friends as if they've never been there.
Sure. Let me check.
So
let me check Jayce's passive perception. Okay. Make a charisma stealth check. Are you proficient in stealth?
I am not.
Then make a charisma check. Nice. You discuss this quietly enough to the point where you do not think that Jayce can overhear it.
So it wasn't much of a house. It was a goddamn mansion with the magical lights that just light up as you go and turn off as you passed them by, and magical door that just opened for me because I was a part of the Abjuration spell that was casted on it. We have a butler and a cook. And I did not have a room. I had a whole goddamn tower with observatory on the roof and 3 telescopes, and one of the floors of
What an
the tree is just a plain out bathroom. And I'm pretty sure that there's a private library in the house as well. My dad left for the week. My mom is coming back. I don't even know when. And apparently, they just happen to sometimes be at home at the same time and are not really living together because they're too busy with their business, which is absolutely bizarre to me. And that just does not work, so we have to find a way to get out of here.
Sorry.
How was your guys' places? All good? All in check?
I mean, you've been to my house.
That was awfully normal in the circumstances.
Well, the house was pretty much the same. I mean, some rooms got switched up, but
That
yeah.
checks.
Also,
Nice.
my sister is kind of powerful with her spells.
Ooh. I wouldn't see.
I mean, might be even more powerful than you, Nola.
Oh.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, this is Fletcher being honest. Scary honest.
Nola as well. Nola is not like jealous or like cocky. No, she's like genuinely.
Yeah, this
Maybe
is
we
kind of-
could take her with us.
well, she doesn't want to push herself on us.
Maybe the invitation should come from us than you if you want her to come with us.
Well, first let's see what happens today, right?
Yep, sure. I mean, it's only a job for Jayce's dad. What could it possibly be? Wait, do we know what Jayce's dad
Who is his dad? You know nothing.
Wait, do we know what business are we getting in? Is he a smuggler or is he a gardener?
No.
We shall see.
Hey, Jayce, so did your dad give you any details on what we are supposed to do today?
No. Does he ever? No.
Yep, that's fair. But one can hope.
What do you think it is this time?
Then what does Jayce think?
Oh, you say this to Jayce? I'm sorry, I thought you were saying it to
Yes.
each other. Well, he said he'd been holding on to something that he wanted to give you for a while. And then, I don't know, with increased amounts of people coming into his office unannounced, he just sort of wants a new office.
Okay.
So I protect
I see.
drugs. Sure.
Hmm?
I say joking. So protecting some drugs. I say
What?
jokingly.
I'm not protecting drugs.
No, I'm just.
Why
messing.
would that be the first thing that comes into your mind after this description?
I mean, holding on to something. I mean, I was just joking.
Can be anything. Papers.
Family heirloom.
Squirrel.
I don't know.
Favorite mug.
Seemed like he's been holding on to it for a while.
Wait, does he want to get rid of it or does he want it secured?
No, like my great-great-great-grandma left it, and he just wants to, like, give it to you guys. I don't know why.
Huh.
Okay. Odd.
So a cursed family heirloom. Got it.
We don't know if it's cursed.
Why would he give it away then?
Maybe he would think, like, maybe it's helpful for the things we're doing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, curses are not always bad.
Well,
I look at Fletcher in a very telling way.
and she starts
I don't
heading
agree.
a little bit south of the North Ward, and you start noticing that she's heading toward the graveyard.
Okay. Sure. What if you're walking?
whistling a little song. She comes to a statue of one baron who you know. Immediately, with a swift flick of her wrist, presses some type of button. It slides to the side. She sort of waits patiently, like, I'll close up, don't worry.
Yep.
And
What's
you
her
make your
name
way.
again?
Huh?
No, I'm somewhere. I was trying to remember the name from the vampire hunter version that that the Baron was fine with. I don't remember her name. That Joy, right?
Joy Hallmark.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah, and you start making your way back to Arthur's office because that's apparently where she's leading you.
We cannot escape that man.
She
No.
opens the door toward the office, and the office is exactly as you left it. There's 2 sofas. Arthur's facing away from you. She immediately sits down on the sofa, says, "I got them, Dad." And she says, "Yes, thank you, Jayce." And turns around and says,
I need to know, as Nola, do vampires have children?
I will tell you one better. Jayce is pale, and Arthur has a dark complexion, right? So they're
I know
probably-
everything I needed to know.
Like she also said like great grandmother or something, so I did not assume that it was Arthur in the first place.
Oh boy. Let's get this over with.
Hello. Thank you for
Hello.
coming. I'm so glad that you are back from your time travel journey. We had some experiences, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I have called you here for 2 reasons. First of all, Joy. She, in her exploits as my assistant turned individual, turned back into a together. It was sort of an on and off type partnership, as we had some differences and some grievances. But decided to leave each of you an item that she collected over her years of vampire hunting, and has requested that I give it to you, but I figured the best time to give it to you was after you met Joy in the past, which is...
That would make sense, yes.
Yes.
I've been holding on to them for a while. And then I also have a job for you, because, as I'm sure you're aware, there have been treasure maps made that lead to my lair, and you have graciously helped me to get rid of the creators of this map. But people are still coming because the maps are still out there, and also people now know of my lair that are not supposed to know. You may have killed people making the maps, but more people likely know. So I have heard of a cell of vampires called the Undertakers, and they have a lair somewhere in the Undermountain. And I would very much like to have that place scouted and cleared so that I can move in. If it's good enough for them, sure, it's good enough for me, for my office.
What would you do with your office here?
Oh, have it abandoned. It's a crypt that I'm using. Have it restored by some clerics of Kelemfor or something.
I mean, might make a good secret layout for us.
So many people know about this place. That's the whole reason I'm moving out.
Yeah.
So
Also, I
this
didn't.
should be
I didn't.
restored back.
Yes, I
to
didn't catch you as
Kelemfor.
like a Kelemfor defying type of person.
No. Weird
Alright.
that you're here in the first
But
place.
Jayce has informed me that you're sort of not sure if you could trust me, which, after everything that I have done for you and that you have done for me, surely... Anyway, I made a contract so that it's more clear that you can trust me on doing this
I'm reading
job.
every line of this contract,
Sure.
including fine print.
Sure, I have a contract.
Oh no, I have to read it.
Oh no.
You can go over this in your own time or after the session or anything, because the session is
Yeah.
almost over anyway. So let's not go over it now. You can go over it when the session is finished. Yeah, so we can sort of finish up with this. Anyway, I have these items here for you. And he has like a chest on the side with a large sort of padlock and everything on it, and he opens it up. I would like for each of you to roll d20 just to see who I go to first.
Not me.
Nice.
Does he open the chest that we can see inside of it?
No. I would assume
Alright.
you're sitting on the couch going over the contract while he's grabbing this, right? So.
Sure.
All right, Blossom. He pulls out a what you first think is like a dance ribbon, right? Like a stick with a long ribbon on it, but looking at it more carefully is a whip with with the rope part is made of like silken fabric. And he hands it over to you.
Thank you.
Do you take it?
Mhm.
Sure. So, like Harry Potter getting his wand, right? Yeah, I'll read out this description. So, crafted from silken threads that shimmer with inner light, it flows gracefully like a ribbon caught in a gentle breeze. The whip's length is composed of strands that are translucent with hues shifting between soft pinks and golds and silvery whites, reminiscent of a sunrise or a field of blooming flowers. It requires attunement by a Paladin or Cleric of Sune. And I have it here for you. So it's a whip. It does 1d4 slashing damage, as all whips do, but it also deals 1d4 fire damage on top of the 1d4 slashing damage. It's a +1 weapon, and the fire damage increases at level 11 and at level 17. And you can roll a d4 for minor magical property. 3. So the minor magical property is Calming Influence, and I'll put it on this little page for you so you can read it later. When wielding the whip, the user has an aura of irresistible charm and beauty. As a bonus action, you can activate this aura, causing all allies within 30 feet to feel the calming influence. Allies in the aura gain temporary hit points equal to the wielder's charisma modifier. The feature can be used a number of times equal to the proficiency bonus and reset on a long rest.
Sorry, is it minor magical feature?
That's nice. Holy crap.
I think I have a spell like that as well. So
Now you
It
don't
makes
have
sense.
to use spell slots.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
Or
this
concentrate on it.
Sure, this is temporary hit points up to your charisma modifier, which I don't know what your charisma modifier is.
3.
3, so you could use a bonus action to give all allies within 30 feet of you 3 temporary hit points. You could do that proficiency bonus time, so 3 times per long rest. I put it on there as well, so if you reopen it, I think it
saw.
should be on there. Great.
It's updated when it was open.
Oh, nice. Alright, so Flair and Fletcher rolled the same thing, but Flair was first. So I'm gonna do Flair's weapon next. Spoiler, you're all getting a weapon. So Flair's weapon is the Chaos Cleaver. It is a beautiful great axe. You can see it is made of obsidian-like metal with veins of light, almost like lava running through it. It is carved with intricate fiery runes, and as he gives it to you, it crackles with a wild energy, and the air around you starts shimmering with heat. At its normal, its normal stage, right? It is a +1 great axe, but you can also roll a d4 for minor magical property. And I hope you roll 2. Ah, you didn't get 2. Fine. So your additional property. Your additional magical property is Chaotic Flame. So when you hit with this weapon, you deal an extra d4 fire damage. It increases to a d6 at level 11 and a d8 at level 17. There you go. Which also means when you when you crit and stuff, that's like also tripled, right, or something? Is that an orc thing? Brutal critical? It's an orc thing, isn't it? I always play with
That's
barbarian orcs, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's doubled only.
Sure, we'll say when you crit, you can triple these. So you would roll 3d4 on a crit, or 3d6, or 3d8 on a crit. Specifically, only those, right? Not the d12 itself.
Oh, I love it.
Sure, I'll add that when we're finished. I only realized now that this is very similar to the ability that Blossom's thing already has normally, so I was like, I need to do something extra. So when you crit, it'll do triple instead of double on those fire damages. Cool. Yeah, the Chaos Cleaver. I'm very sad you didn't roll 2, because that's my favorite ability. Alright. Oh, also, I made a weapon for Garrick, by the way. It's called the Harlequin's Masquerade, and it's a rapier. And you can spend a Bardic Inspiration when you make an attack action with the rapier to make a second attack action with the rapier. So you can attack twice at the cost of a Bardic Inspiration. And if it hits, you can add the damage of the Bardic Inspiration. And if it misses, you don't expend the Bardic Inspiration. Like, I think this is the coolest weapon. When you just, if you want to.
That's so great.
But it's a melee weapon, right? And you, as a bard, you're not really gonna use it that much. So that's why I was like, oh, let's give it this like cool ability based on the Bardic Inspiration. Anyway. Then it is Fletcher, right? You also got a 17. So he pulls out a quarterstaff that seems to be made out of bone. It is carved from a tooth of a dragon. And when he gives it to you, it feels warm to the touch. And again, it's also a +1 quarterstaff. It's a monk weapon. And you can roll a d4. And I think some of these abilities overlap with abilities you're already going to get from your class, but it's going to save you some key. So the minor ability you get is Dragon's Breath, which is a draconic breath. While attuned to the staff, you can cast the Dragon's Breath spell by expending 2 key points. You could cast it on your allies, or you could cast it on yourself, and as a bonus action, the way that Dragon's Breath works, I believe it's a bonus action, you can just like continue doing breath weapons, essentially. Which I hope you also think is cool. I thought it was cool. Mm-hmm. There you go. So by spending 2 key points, you can cast the Dragon's Breath spell.
Did you put it?
Right.
Oh, I didn't show you. There you go. Dragon's Fan. And
Do I
then...
add
Oh, yes?
strength to the damage roll, or is it just the dice that are...
It's a whip. So, like any whip, you would add strength to the damage, yes. Yep. And then we have Nola's weapon. He pulls out a small dagger. It shimmers with a silvery hue that is reminiscent of a little bit of like night sky as the moon is just about to come out. As he gives it to you, you can see the blade itself is edged with constellations that glow faintly, like a silvery blue light. It specifically requires attunement by a Paladin or Cleric of Corellon. Again, it's a +1 dagger, and you can roll a d4. Alright. This one is pretty cool, not gonna lie. So, Graceful Combatant. The wielder can use their spellcasting ability instead, which is Charisma for Paladins or Wisdom for Clerics, instead of their Strength or Dexterity for attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. So you could use Wisdom or Charisma to attack with it instead of Strength or Dexterity.
Nice. Can I see the description?
Yep. There you go.
Thank you.
And he also gives Jayce a pretty cool crossbow. So I guess I'm gonna roll d4, because yes, I did make an item for a character that I myself made. Shade Piercer. Anyway, you all have a +1 weapon that does something extra, but it does require attunement, so keep that in mind. If you want, I'll set them up as homebrew items in D&D Beyond, but I'm not going to do that right now. Anyway, I think Jayce already. So this is this is gonna be the wrap up. I think Jayce already covered the mission that Arthur wants to give you pretty well. Which is that there are other like vampires or vampire spawn, or he isn't sure exactly what they are in Undermountain. So what he wants is he wants you to go into Undermountain, but not through the Yawning Portal, because that would be too obvious. So he wants you to um, talk to Durnan, because apparently Durnan knows some other way to get into Undermountain, but he didn't, like, Arthur doesn't know the details. So read this contract. Should be fine. What's gonna go wrong, obviously. And then that's where we're gonna pick up next time, as Arthur is gonna give you some final details about this quest. Yeah? Excellent. Well then, good luck adding these items to your character sheets. Thank you all very much for watching. And thanks to Pocket Bard for providing excellent music. And don't forget to roll for Frog.
Ribbit.